not, well, we're running 3 people in the desert. I wish you all good luck.
We'll survive. On cake, bring it.
I'm a sturdy dwarf, but I don't like sand.
I can't remember. Did we even have Rurik last?
Did we have Rurik last time?
I don't think that.
I think he was a healbot.
Yeah, he was healbot.
I feel like he hasn't been here for a long time. Even when he was here, he wasn't really here.
Yeah. He's only half as invested in the game as you guys are.
Mm-hmm. I've got quite a few people that are wanting to play. Maybe he becomes a seasonal, occasional dwarf that pops in every once in a while.
Yeah.
And is always half the level of everyone else.
Oh, he's still helpful if he heals, I guess.
That's true. I do still want his heals. Someone go cleric. So tonight we are still sitting on. I don't see anybody joining just yet. But they can still hear. They can still hear us talking, just so you know. But it has the starting soon. Hey, follow screen. So if you join the stream, thanks for coming.
I'll join the stream.
And anyone who does that, like even if you're at work and just want to set it in the background and mute it, it helps a lot.
Yep.
I'd appreciate it whenever you do.
Yeah.
Even when you're doing just a host?
Yeah, just hosting works too, just as long as auto hosting is turned on. Mine right now shows me that I have.
Well, I just mean when you're hosting somebody, does it still count if we're in the channel?
Well, I'm not sure.
Your channel
Mine right now shows me that I have.
Well, I just mean when you're hosting somebody, does it still count if we're in?
Echo. There we go. For streaming, I'm not sure about that one. I know it's when I'm streaming though. It helps. That's a couple. 158. I'm at 148. It's 10 seconds behind. I figured that was a 6:15 is probably as long as we wanted to wait for anybody. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. I put the timer on there for then and.
About loot after all this.
Right.
Did all my prep work and all the other stuff, and I forgot. Oh, I didn't put any loot anywhere.
Let's kill everybody!
Oh.
Murder!
This man's hide many things.
It's true.
We all get the best weapon that doesn't.
You already have a pretty excellent weapon as it is now, Joe. Plus one already. You know, that's a big jump ahead for some people.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know. It feels really different compared to like any MMO you play.
Right. You get massive stats.
I don't understand because you can like play this game for years, and if you like level up too quickly or get too good stuff, you have to go crazy on thinking up stuff.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna ditch the webcams on there because it freezes every 3 seconds. I was hoping a new webcam might help, but it's obviously not helping.
It was working fine earlier for me, but now they're all frozen for me. For you guys.
I want it to work so bad. But we'll get there, right? It's just too much, Becca says. Too much.
Too much.
Too late. Apologize.
Yeah, me knew.
Open up restream. Let it begin.
Alright. So, a few things tonight here, guys. So, our Sandy Adventures are going to have quite a few things going on. I expect us to take a few weeks to do this.
Okay.
But, as part of the gameplay goes, where I'm going to add a couple extra rules here tonight. So you guys will be traveling in the desert. At the edge of Kalimpor right now, just outside the gates, you were just handed over a few camels that are holding basic supplies, enough for. 1 second, I'm What should I say here? How much travel? Believe. Yeah, you were given 5 days.
Yes, 5 days of supplies. This is water, food, whatever, like that. So, we're going to be, that's where we're going to be crashing around. That's how you want it. We're putting up each day.
There's 3 parts here.
So that's one. One thing of water for each of those 3 parts of the day here. So currently there are 15 things of
so water, drink water. Skip. Will start suffering heat stroke effects. Happening based on terrain. Okay. So the first thing I want you to do. Yes. So 5. You were told by the man Pop. It's enough supplies to reach the oasis. He said it's about a theory. Where's it going with this? He was talking outside here. He presented 2 paths you guys can take. You guys follow the winding trail, the winding road, the oasis, very marked road, packed, people, vehicles, horses, animals, whatever. Really visible coming. Or he said there's a possible shorter route if you straight across the desert. Going across the desert, straight across it. So first thing you had tonight, guys, is like to go.
My deity speaking to us from the clouds. Let me confer with my people.
Go ahead. Yeah, you're not broadcasting through Discord. I think you're going through Roll20.
Ah!
He's doing that Becca Joe, which you guys love to take. But we're informed that the road route easier to follow is
Of each choice, like, did he say one way is more dangerous than the other? Besides, the other one's not as well traveled.
Right. So he definitely indicated because you're going straight. If you were to go straight across the desert, straight towards it, even though it's a shorter route, it's a much greater chance of getting lost along the ways, which could delay your travel. You guys
Potential of getting there sooner, but we could also get later because.
Try talking one more time.
Mic check 1 2 2. Air check.
Low,
What if I turn it up?
I can turn you up from my end. So.
Hold on. Before you do that, let me just make sure that it's right mic. Discord's been really retarded lately.
Do we have anyone in our party that's like good with this area?
So that would be your survival skills. Oh, I forgot to get those set up. Okay. So let me look at Rurik and Timmy. No.
Oh.
My survival is 0.
Yeah, I don't know
I
what's
have a
going on
4
today.
in survival.
Okay, is this any better?
Yes.
Yep.
My
Freaking
perception
Windows,
is
man.
really high too.
This.
What are you proficient in survival back?
I'm not. I have a 4, but. Not
Yeah, I'm not proficient in survival either. I think I wanted to say that Ephraim was the only one, and Flint.
Neither of them are.
But if Flint's not, Rurik
I'm
might
not
not.
proficient in survival now.
Okay.
None of you guys are in survival.
I would probably take the. I mean, knowing me, or knowing Oryx, he would probably be impatient and probably just take the short route regardless, because he's book smart. He's not wise. But that's just where he would probably go.
I'm gonna, speak for Timmy since he's gone. He would probably agree and go the straight route, make it easy.
Quote
Rurik-
unquote.
Yep. Rurik would prefer the marked trail. So.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the marked trail is.
I guess I feel like dwarves don't like heat and sand.
Just a little. I'm gonna get lost in a dune.
Yeah,
A
I would
dune.
want to be stuck here, so I would say Flint would choose to go the route of the least amount of risk, which was probably the longer route.
So that's 3 for the road then. So is that okay? Is everybody good?
I think we're half and half then, aren't we?
Uh,
No,
Oh,
two.
2 and 3, sorry.
yeah, so
It's 3 against 2.
Rurik, you and Joe, and then Timmy and Oryx.
Let's see if that works a little better.
So, okay.
Sorry guys, if you're on the
Hey,
stream
you guys-
trying to get some stuff ironed out.
Throughout events that may occur while in the desert, things may change. You guys may get off track. You may get lost, and you may end up on the straight route kind of thing. So
We have a map, don't we?
you have a map of the world kind of
Oh,
thing.
so it's not a local map.
Yeah, no, I don't believe you guys picked it up.
That's fine. That's
Alright,
fine.
so I believe it's morning time.
What could
it's not
possibly
early
go
morning,
wrong?
but It's about 8 a.m. right now when you guys are at the front gates. But what you guys have a few camels you're hauling here, hauling your gear here, and what you see beyond the gates is hard, sandy, flat rock. There's lots of solid footing. You see sand everywhere out there. It looks like it's going to be a very annoying trip here. So next thing I need you guys to decide for this morning session here, or the morning, I need someone to go ahead and one person you guys need to choose who's going to be your leader among the trails here to try and follow the way, guide you along it.
Did the other guys have anything in their survivals?
No, they do. No, 3 for Rurik.
I slept in the library once. Does that count?
Yes, and -1 for Timmy. So it sounds like you're the highest, Becca, if you were to lead. So
He's a druid after all.
Right, I feel like maybe I am the most able, maybe.
okay.
Possible.
That's
Okay,
fine.
I'll take it up. I'll be right back.
And just as another thing to note here, because of the amount of stuff, possible encounters and stuff like that, a lot of this will be inside your guys' head here. A lot of imagination fighting. I'll try to do my best to map it out, and I have a battle map we'll use for when it's needed, and we can play with that. Just note there will be no nice looking maps for a while. Just there's too many things to try and create here. So.
All gravy.
Just a warning here. All right. So, make sure I got my notes right here. There may be quite a few pauses because I have lots of notes here to go back between for everything. So,
All gravy.
all right. So, you guys see the flat, rocky, sandy expanse spreading up before you. You see the trail, the well-worn trail. You know, currently you don't see any other travelers going along it. You know, even though it's a well-used trail, you know, there's still far and few between on the amount of people that go on it here. You guys start heading down the trail, and you guys have no issue following it. There's no difficulty following this along, going down this trail here. And you guys follow for a few hours, and it becomes mid-afternoon here, and you see the, you know, the terrain around you start to transform here. It's starting to become semi-hilly.
Hold on. Sorry.
Amber alert.
Amber alert. My goodness. Quiet. Ah! Leave me be!
That's the first thing I turn off on my phone. Forget that.
Freak,
It's
man.
the middle of the night.
Oh my goodness. Red track. Okay, if you're in Salt Lake and you're looking for red track, anyone who's on the stream, watch for that guy. Yep, there's my plug.
Thanks. You're helping the world here, Preston.
I'm a terrible person. I'm going to hell. I know. Let's go.
Let me, here's some scenery for everybody here, so you can imagine what we're looking at as you're traveling across. It's not going to be anywhere near, but deserts vary. You'll see plenty of stuff here. So,
Is it a verdant desert or like a barren desert?
this is a pretty barren desert here. I mean, maybe a few scrub plants here and there, but it's a little bit rocky, a little bit hilly right now. It's starting to get fairly hot here. I'd say the temperature's around just under 100 degrees right at the current moment here. So you guys are starting to feel the heat here. So
Feels just like home.
First things first, I want everybody to take one water off their rations here. So that's gonna be if you want to drink. If you want to drink here.
Question.
Yes.
Being a tiefling and having natural fire resistance, do I have resistance to dehydration too? Question mark?
I'm gonna say no
Okay.
to this.
Okay, then I will take a sip.
Though you have heat resistance, you may fare a bit better. It's still gonna be enough here, I think, especially with the amount of walking you guys are doing.
Okay.
That it's gonna take a toll on you here. Mark this stuff in here, so just a reminder, you guys have 15 waters to start with.
Thank you.
-1.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, it's starting to get warm here. The heat's starting to swelter.
That's what I meant.
Terrain is, you know, still solid. Quite a bit of sand everywhere, but it's mostly rocky at the moment. Rocky and getting a little bit hilly here. Let me sec. So every part of the day here, I'm going to be rolling dice here, and that's going to decide if things happen or not. So give me one sec. I'm gonna do it. Oh, stop it! Don't move stuff. Okay. Oh my gosh, let's go. Okay, I'm doing it. It's being higher than. Okay. All right. So give me a second. I gotta get my things here. All right. So as you're going among the rocks here, Joe, I need you to go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me, please.
Okay.
So you're going around. That's fine. So you're going around a rock here, and there's a fairly big rock in the middle of the path here, and you know there's several rocks in the area. It's a rocky area right at the moment here. And as you're going around a rock here, your boot, you know, you're wearing I believe metal boots of a kind. You know, it's slightly taps, ding, as it lets off here. All of a sudden, you start hearing hissing all around you here, and quite a few snakes start popping up.
Uh-oh.
In the general vicinity.
Estella.
Charm.
So go ahead and everybody roll for initiative here. And let me get my thing.
Hey, Alex. Thanks for joining. Rolling for initiative. Let's do this.
Go ahead.
How do I... Do I just initiative roller?
Yeah, just do your initiative roller. Just,
I don't have to click on anything? Or any characters?
You can just do it from your sheet. Yeah.
From the sheet. Got it.
Yeah.
Where's mine?
Should be near the top, I believe. The top middle. There it is.
My initiative... Okay, got it.
That's gonna be pain for me. Oh, come on. This thing.
I don't know, this music just makes me want to dance. Like a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a sneaky snake. Hey, what's up, Ava?
Okay. I'll add you.
Willkommen, willkommen.
Okay, 15, 12, 21.
Come on. Gotta do this.
Too long because I've melt.
Salam, Ermine. Welcome. We're just getting some initiative rolls, just about to start a fight. The desert with a bunch of snakes. That is fizz. Yes. It's not so delicious, but it is delicious.
Alright.
Just gotta
Sorry.
straight up.
Let me get the snake initiative here.
Do you like so delicious, Ava?
Alright, so 18.
If I assume the shape of another animal, am I like automatically able to speak their language then?
I know in element form you take the you speak the elemental whatever.
Right.
But I don't know about the other one. Yeah, it's good stuff. We're just doing Dr. Pepper tonight.
I don't know for animals.
Oh, Jess, what's up?
I don't see why you wouldn't be able to communicate with fellow
Jess,
animals as
Jess?
long as they're somewhat intelligent. I mean, like wolves and stuff,
Yes.
or bears, I can see, you know, bugs and critters, maybe not.
How's it going?
Case by case here.
Remind, just so you know, I'm multicasting this to Twitch, Periscope, Mixer, all over the place. So when I'm talking, I'm talking to everybody. So fuzzy-squirrel.tv if you want to join the conversation. Yes, yes.
Five poisonous.
Glad you're here.
They're hissing around
Heck
you
yeah.
guys. You know, and these
I'm so glad you're here.
rocks they're coming out of are not big. They're maybe at most knee high to even the shortest.
How's the young one?
Here, so they're not big rocks. They present little obstacles. So in front of, you know, Joe kicked out the rock. Joe kicked. You know, it itself had, you know, a couple snakes came out of it, and the rock's directly to Joe's right. There's about a rock, you know, a little bit back behind him, and then one in the middle of the trail, a bit in front of him here, which has more snakes coming out. So as it stands, the rock, the rock Joe kicked is basically the middle of the trail here. Joe, you're right next to this rock. The rest of you are except for Estella, are behind Joe here at the moment, and Estella's, you know, leading the way through the waste here. So Joe, it is your turn first. You know, these snakes are hissing and starting to slither towards you. Fangs bared, you know, disturb them in their habitat. They did not take kindly to it. What would you like to do?
Chop off their heads.
Okay.
I don't like snakes.
All right, good.
Chop,
Go ahead
chop.
and, attack. So you got two near you, so you're gonna probably attack one of those, I'm guessing here. So.
Or both.
Or both, yeah. If you want to use your points, whatever.
I forget which one it is.
Doesn't this music make you want to dance, babe?
Sweeping against.
I didn't mean to do that.
Alright.
Sure, she actually did. She was gonna charm the DM. Does that work?
I forgot what to do.
Weird.
So go ahead and roll for your
Oh, I clicked my
attack.
battle axe. That's what I did, right?
Okay. Okay, so that's definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll your
Penny
damage.
definitely is getting the.
Right.
She just can't stop.
Okay, yeah. Were you doing this two-handed, one-handed?
I usually do two-handed. And I don't remember which one's which either.
We're gonna have to look at your axe here after this. Just go to the left value, it's fine. Yeah, because the two-handed one does not have all the bonuses on it for whatever reason.
Okay.
All right, so you know the snakes are starting to come towards you. You pull out your axe and you slam it down. Right, you know these snakes aren't super smart creatures. It's pretty obvious what they're doing here, and you slam it down. You know, you split it right down the middle there, instantly killing it. You know, guts burst out. A little bit of a mess here. The other snake, you know, it flinches away from your axe and it comes down here. You know, it doesn't, you know, they don't care too much about their companions. They're not those kind of animals. Did you wish to do the other attack, or were you done?
Yeah. So I think I just
You had to use your points, and I think you had to roll a 1d something.
D8. It looks like. Roll 1d8. I'm just trying to remember how this works.
I think.
Weapon attack. You can expend one superiority die to attack to damage another creature with the same attack. Choose another creature within 5 feet of the original target and within your reach. The opponent original attack roll would hit the second creature.
Oh, okay, so this would be
takes
your
damage equal to the number roll on your superiority die. So it takes 4 damage.
Okay. So, you know, you chop this snake in half, and immediately you lift your axe up. As the other snake flinches away, you slam it down on it, severing its head off. Severing its head off, you know, and the tail and rest of the body is wiggling madly here. The head just gaping open, just sitting there staring at you. Alright, so it should be snakes next. Alright, so got Joe here. Snake. We have here we have there. Sorry, I'm just writing down notes. I'm drawing active battle
Yo,
maps
Besk.
here. So, Becca, you have a snake coming out towards you here, and you're quite a bit closer to the snake than anyone else. You know, the snake's coming out of a rock just in front of you here, and it lunges at you with a bite.
Does it talk?
It does not.
Make it. Because if it did,
Does that 18 hit?
I'm a snake. I'm a sneaky snake.
Hold on.
Bite you.
18 against your
Yeah, it's a 14, so yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and do a Constitution saving throw. All right, fantastic. So the snake lunges at you, and though it smashes into you, you know, a little bit of spittle gets on your arm. You feel a little tingling there. Doesn't really hurt you though, so you go ahead and take.
Oh snap! Natural 20.
You go ahead and take 3 poison damage. But you're
What?
not poisoned, kind of thing. So you know, a little spill. It burns on you, you know, enough for sting you feel, but you brush it off pretty easily. All right. Another snake comes lunging out of a rock to the front left of Joe here.
What?
And, you know, this one slithers up, going by Joe's boot and attacking there. 18 against your armor class, Joe?
My armor class is 18.
Okay.
Kill it with
That's
fire.
a hit, so... Actually, rolling these properly? Or is that just luck? Oh, hold on. Just making sure it's not. Okay, it's just luck.
I'm having to go through and remember what all my spells are.
Right. All right. Oh, sorry. Roll a Constitution saving throw, Joe.
Constitution saving throw.
Wait a ticket. That's
So,
not right.
You know, it comes, bites at your boot here, and you know it's not making any headway. You know,
Wait
you
a
feel a bit of pain from where it's wrapping around your calf. So go ahead and take 3 damage. Oh, you have poison resistance, don't you? Is your dwarf?
Yeah.
I believe you do.
I don't remember where that went.
Should be details there inside.
Should be where it says,
Poison resistance.
you have advantage on saving throws against poison, and you have resistance against poison.
Alright, so you go ahead and take 1 poison damage. So, or 1 damage. So you get, you know, snakes trying to bite through your boot and everything, and again, it doesn't really make any progress here. Alright, another snake comes out of the rock just to your right, Preston, but it's actually going straight for Ephraim here. And it goes lunging at Ephraim, you know, is intent on the action in front of him.
He's our scapegoat. Just toss him in the pit.
Bite him! Bite him!
Ephraim and tries biting him, but Ephraim has some actually pretty tough boots and just kicks it off him, flinging it a bit towards Preston here. Okay. So next, who's next in the rotation here?
I don't know.
It would be,
Turn order doesn't have any.
it's Preston. So
I refuse.
You refuse.
I'm just kidding. I need Constitution.
Turn.
My turn. It broke up. Say again.
it's your turn.
Okay, there we go. Got it. Yes, so I am going to the snake nearest me. I am going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Is that against armor class?
Let me see. I'm double checking. This is what I was trying to do is figure out. This is a cantrip. I can do it, and it's based on. I know this is actually wrong. I'll fix it in just a minute. But for now, yes, it's an attack. So I'm rolling it against its AC.
Okay.
I think.
All right. So you let out your hand. You fire a burst of your energy towards this snake here,
okay.
And the snake wiggles just right where, you know, it's curving its body to come forward, and your blast hits right in between one of the curves of it, just barely missing it.
So I want to just cast it and be like, Expelliarmus! And I miss.
Pretty much.
Expelliarmus.
Hey, there's sneaky.
Does that work if they don't have a wand?
I don't know.
Questions.
Well, you know why it didn't work? Is because I told it to expel his arms, and snakes don't have arms. That was the problem. I should have said expel guts. Expelli gutsus, I guess.
Alright, Becca, it's your turn. So you have a snake just in front of you, you know, attacking, it just lunged at you, you know, grazed your arm a little bit.
Okay, how many snakes are remaining?
4.
Oh, okay.
So 1 near you, 1 near Joe, who's about 5 feet behind you, and then... three remaining. Sorry. So yeah, 1 near you, 1 near Joe, and then who's about 5 feet behind you, and 1 near
Okay, I'm definitely gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. Okay, so you know you're able to speak with animals. What would you like to speak to it? So be aware, these snakes are not very smart. So
Right now I'm trying to on the fly fix a few of my spells. So give me a second, guys.
only
Bear
so
with me.
much they can understand and tell you.
Okay, what kind of provisions do we have besides water?
You have, food supplies, tents, cooking gear, those kind of things. Things you would expect to use without adventuring. Camping gear. How about that?
Okay. Nothing a snake wants.
Correct. Probably not.
Alright, I'm going to tell the snakes, we mean them no harm, we're just passing through. It was an accident, adventure kicked the rock, and we'll just be on our way. Nobody else needs to get hurt, something like that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check on that.
What does it sound like to us?
Like I'm a Slytherin.
You're a snake. When you walk up to me like, hey, I'm a snake. Just like you. I'm a sneaky snake. We mean you no harm.
Okay. Fantastic.
We'll see you, Seawolf.
So there's two. You're able, you start making hissing sounds. Everybody, takes a quick look at you here. They hear, various hissing sounds. The snake itself is surprised by this. It didn't expect this communication to come out to it. The snake in front of you pauses. The snake to the left, back left of you, that was attacking Joe, Flint. I mean, it pauses as well. The snake that that Oryx was trying to blast, it's a bit enraged right now because it's being attacked, so it's not really paying attention to you. These snakes, you start, doing it, tell them it's an accident, you'll leave their territory and home as soon as possible here. And these two snakes, they slowly, their heads calm down and they turn around and start slithering back to various holes in the rocks here. Obviously soothed enough by your words. Take that upon it.
Okay. So all of them are gone now, even the one that was a little unhappy.
Yeah. So they all went off here. They're done. You guys definitely soothed their feelings here.
Perfect.
All right, so that out here. All right, so you guys are going through this. After the snakes, you calm down a bit here. A swig of water. You guys are continuing on through this hilly, rocky area here. The heat, heat's increasing ever more here. It's now about 115 degrees out there. You guys with the heavier armor are starting to suffer a bit more, and you guys know this is going to be a tough trip for you here.
Whereas those in light armor?
Light armor are a bit better off, but even then, unless you're in very light clothes, you're
like I snuck up.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. So I think if you were wearing that, you're the only one that's gonna,
Yep, it was.
feeling pretty decent here. Just beware. If you are wearing this, go ahead and lower your armor class though. Basically take away whatever your armor gives you. I think if you do the unequipped thing, it'll take away the AC bonus. So,
Hey, what's up, SoKill?
sorry, let me
Having some desert adventures and Dungeons and Dragons.
So as you guys are going through this, this maze of hilly, rocky area, yeah. So as you guys are going through this, you guys, Becca, you all of a sudden you hear those snoring sounds like, it's animal-like in nature here, and you hear clomping of hooves. All of a sudden, as you coming around the bend in front of you, or around the big rock, basically in front of you, you guys see a single lone camel. And this camel is wearing saddlebags and everything. It looks like it's a riding camel, but there's no rider in sight for it here. What would you guys like to do?
Is it a friendly camel? Can we ride it?
You don't know yet.
I'm gonna follow their lead on this one.
I'm gonna pull out my rope.
Okay.
My 50 feet of rope. And I'm gonna try and be a cowgirl.
What a peculiar animal. I wonder how it works.
Alright, go ahead and do
Are we
a...
pulling a bunch of camels?
You are
Are we pulling them or riding them?
pulling them. So they're packed.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Becca, and you're gonna try and rope it. Go ahead and do a
Yeehaw!
either athletics or
Yeah.
sleight of hand, your preference.
No yeehaw?
Yeah, definitely sleight of hand. Let's see how this goes.
Okay. So you know lasso the rope. And it goes over the camel's head. The camel makes a little grunt. And you start pulling towards you, and the thing is totally docile. It does not care at all that you
That was a super great camel noise, by the way.
Is there anyone around? Like, we don't see anyone. It doesn't seem to be domesticated at all.
It does seem domesticated. It has saddlebags and everything on it.
Oh snap!
Right.
I'm gonna be.
So, the camel comes to you, no issue. In fact, it seems like it wanted to be around you.
I'm gonna be looking around. I don't trust animals to begin with, let alone ones that spit at me.
Relax.
So Preston, go ahead and do a perception check.
Mm-mm.
Becca's pulling camel. So Becca, the camel comes. You pull the camel, and you start to realize this is entirely not needed. You walk up to the camel. The camel is totally okay with you walking up to it, and it puts its head down to you, trying to get some head pats and everything like that. It's tall animal compared to a little halfling like you. And Preston, as she's doing this, you're looking around. You're worried of a ambush or something around you, and as you look around, you're not seeing anyone. It's just
There's no nothing on the. Okay.
I'd also like to do a perception on the camel and see if there's anything, rummage through its bags, see what I can see.
Yeah, so you don't need to do perception. So you start going through the bags. They're blocked in any way. They're just saddle bags. There's about 4 bags on it. As you're going through the bags here, you find out through rummaging, a couple of the pouches, two of the pouches split evenly on each side, contain 100 gold each. So go ahead and add 200 gold to your inventory here. And then in the 2 back saddle bags, so there's 2 front ones, 2 back ones. In the 2 back ones, you find on one side, you find a very fine carved bone statue of a cactus. And it's a very fine ornamental piece here that you detect it would probably sell for a good amount at some market.
Do I detect any? Can I see if there's any magic? Like, I know I did a perception one. Can I see if this is like some kind of illusion that someone's springing a trap on us or something?
Yeah, go ahead and do an Arcana check.
Camel.
And then, yeah, so you're feeling out for magic. This is too abrupt for you here. You're not feeling anything. Preston,
Okay.
Go ahead and do a investigation check for me.
Investigation, okay.
And Becca, as you're going through the bags, you get to the last bag here, and on the other bag, you find 1 set of engraved bone dice. Very
Ooh.
ornamentally carved bone dice here. The bones of the dice and the statue are both bleached and polished to perfection. Like, they are crafts. Merchant or something.
I have proficiency in dice.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, ho, ho.
I got you some dice.
To the dice smith. Ask the camel for his master.
Yeah, I made us some pretty good money with those dice.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to cast Speak with Animals again.
Okay. No, so I think you still have an action.
Is it like
Oh,
10
yeah,
minutes?
It's for 10 minutes. I don't know. How long have we got?
I think you're okay. I think you're still in time.
Awesome. Okay.
So,
Set it up with Camel Man.
all right. So real quick first.
Do you have the
Preston,
ability to make
you're
water?
investigating around. You're investigating the camel at this point because you're not seeing anything else. And you notice on the camel's saddle, there's a couple blood stains on it.
Okay.
Dried blood stains. They look like they're at most or at a few days old.
Can I smell it and lick it and see if I detect what kind of?
From my camel, you weirdo.
Go ahead and do a medicine check for me, Preston.
I want to see if I can detect like what kind of what race. If I can taste it.
Okay, you're safe.
Because you tasted a lot of blood, you would know.
Yes.
Weirdo.
Hey, I cut things open all the time. You never know.
True. So you go ahead and lick it.
He's a sadistic SOB.
The saddle tastes just like salty leather kind of thing. The blood, it tastes like dried blood. You can't get anything out of it. You don't contract any diseases or anything, luckily, from licking it. That was what the medicine check was for, to see if you get AIDS or something.
Okay. Okay. I feel you. D&D AIDS, I got you.
So, but you're safe. You were safe in that. Becca, you start talking to the camel here. You're grunting, making. Somehow you know how to make the proper camel noises here. And the camel, it starts talking back with you here. And you get, it's speaking in camel terms. It's been in the desert now, wandering for 5-6 days. It had its master the first 2-3 days of it, and then they were. It tells you it was ambushed by some kind of jackal thing. It just knows it's some furry creature like that. It can't describe it very well. It doesn't know how to describe it.
Can I ask the camel if he was on the road when this happened, or if they were wandering through the desert?
It tells you it was following the road.
How exciting.
Mm-hmm.
The most it can explain in terms that you understand, it was going by tall rocks. Kind of thing.
And is this camel how old are you, camel?
Yeah, the camel, from what it says, it's 4 winters old.
Okay, so it knows the desert well. Have you traveled the desert very often?
This particular camel has not. It's been mostly a stable animal and for local pack hauling from Kalimport. Or at least it relays that it's from big city, it stays in big city kind of thing. It's only been on few trips out in the desert here, or anything more that's not around or near the city.
Okay.
Did you already ask it? Did you already ask it about its master? I want to let her know that I found the blood if he doesn't already know.
So
is this your blood, camel?
So the first question, camel's name is a glurgle. That's his name.
Glurgle.
The sound it makes in its throat. Yeah. So it's glurgle.
The son of a chew.
So
Bless
yeah,
you.
It's, as I said, its master was, its master was attacked by creatures.
Oh no.
About 3 days ago.
Okay.
Previous.
So we know this.
The master killed him, and the camel.
Master's dead.
Yeah.
And I assume you're withholding this information, Estella?
No, I'm relaying.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
You did go like 3 sessions last time.
Well, that was different.
Alright.
Okay, and camel man, gurgle. What kind of house did you come from? What was your master like?
Its master, it tries to relays it comes from house bigger than it, but not as big as the big houses. That's basically what it tells you. It tells you master fed it lots of juicy fruits and enjoyed that, and he gave it lots of water.
Bubble gum?
So from what you can tell, what you can maybe make out, its master was kind of an average camel owner. Is kind about it because that beasts of burden are very valued here in the desert. So
Okay.
How many humps does the camel have?
I'm sorry, what?
How many humps does the camel have?
1.
The 1-humped camel. So it's a boy.
Okay, and is the camel, did you have lots of other camels that lived with you, or did you just live by yourself with your master?
It tells you it was just itself.
Okay, and were you headed with a load? Has anyone taken stuff from you? Or do you have everything you left your house with?
The camel grunts and it basically tells you that what it had was just its master in the saddlebags. What you maybe can make of this is that whatever was in the saddlebags was what the master had. So you know, it tells you to drop stuff off at a oasis along the way, and that's where it gained all the heavy gold weight in its front bags, and then came back and stuff. So what you're making of this is basically the master took some of his crafts, the bone stuff, and sold them, and came back with money. Was coming back with it.
Gotcha.
It's on the
Okay. Well, before my speak with animals runs out, I say, Gurgle, would you like to come with us, or do you want to be free?
The camel at this point, it decides
We have water.
it would not mind coming with you, as long as you can protect it from danger, kind of thing. So.
Okay. Well, Chunky or one of our little dwarves with heavy armor, probably Chunky. I mean, or what is your Rubik?
Flint.
Okay, sorry, Flint. Would you like to ride the camel since you've probably got the hardest time with your armor?
I don't care.
And since he's small, I bet you could probably fit 2 people up there. Right?
It's possible.
Like, if Sneaky wanted to hop up there, I imagine between the 2 of them.
It's doable between 2 small people, yes.
Okay, got it. Or Estella,
Okay,
Sneaky.
does Gurgle need any water? Has he been supplied at the oasis they went to, or is he...
Gurgle indicates it is good for many days. You know, this camel has drank lots of water, and it's good for very many days.
Alright, locked and loaded. The ones that are on the fancy camel.
Yeah.
+3.
All right, so you guys set off down, you know, further down. It's been a few miles now, and it's starting to get in the evening time. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now. So it's the evening time. The sun has reached its zenith already. It's starting to come down, and temperature is very slowly starting to lower. So where it probably maxed out about 115 degrees today, it's now down to maybe about 110. So, you know, 5-degree difference maybe starting to make it feel good to you guys. But you guys are starting to go, the rocky terrain is starting to change here. You guys are starting to go among rocky canyons now. You know, the terrain changed to this, where you guys see rocky canyon. You're starting to go up among it all, follow it through, and next roll. Try to do it in the wrong window here. Do it here. So you have some sea dices.
So that's +3 knowledge. That's what that is.
Higher. All right. Let's do that.
Can't.
Okay. Book out here. Let's see if it's on here. So if I don't do this, maybe.
Welcome, Father Remington. You at? On the Twitch? Yeah, it's gonna be. Because we're both on the same internet connection. Kind of blow yours down so you can...
Okay. So as you guys are going among these rocky canyons here, you come upon a cave. It's not a very deep cave by any means. Maybe no more than 20 feet deep, and it's about maybe 15 feet high. So enough to provide good shelter. The outside, though, you definitely notice going outside, it's very well carved. It looks like it's been, worked, and it was at one point somebody's home here. And sitting inside this cave here, you guys notice what is called a spectator. Let's see that picture for you here. No. That's okay. So a spectator. So what a spectator is, it looks like a beholder, basically. You guys know what the beholders are? Floating eyeball and giant mouth with eyeball stalks on it.
Aren't those the things we don't want to mess with?
Potentially, yeah.
It doesn't seem to be intelligible from what we can see.
So this spectator, this spectator, spectators are not nearly as big as a normal beholder. The spectators are actually made and crafted from the stalks of a beholder. So they're kind of like a variant of one. This spectator is just sitting around floating in the cave here, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Go to the back of the cave, front of the cave, constantly, kind of like it's guarding it, kind of thing, is what it looks like to you guys here.
Okay. Do I, from my sageliness, would I have, if I could do a history check, would I have read about these creatures?
Go ahead and do a history check to see if you know about it. Yeah, so you've read about beholders, and so you know the general consensus and knowledge about them here, and you feel you could definitely apply that knowledge to this creature.
Okay. So
you guys see this spectator going back and forth here, just hovering along slowly. Its eyes are kind of droopy a bit here, almost like they're what looks like to you a bored thing. And as it's coming back around here, one of its eye stalks all of a sudden twitches and looks at you guys here, and the whole body stops and faces you. And as it does, it starts talking to you guys. And you guys hear, "Oh, new friends to play with, new friends."
Okay. And we all hear this in our heads or out loud?
Out loud. It's talking. Yep.
I want to look at the group and see how they're responding. How's everyone else responding? I'm curious. I want to walk up and make friends with this creature. Possibly cut him open and find out how he ticks. But...
Okay.
Sneaky is in here, by the way, if anyone else hadn't seen already.
Yep. Alright, so the creature, it's new friends. Go ahead, Sneaky.
I was going to say, I'm with him. Let's sneak up to it and then cut it open and see how it ticks.
So there's no sneaking on it at the moment here. It sees you guys.
Okay.
And this creature is between us and... You said we saw some kind of a cave place for dwelling that night or something?
Right, this creature is in the cave right now.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so it's at the mouth of the cave now. And this cave is along the road, so it's the path you guys would take if you decide to go along this. So it reacts to you guys. Oh, new friends to play with. New friends.
Well, hello there. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. My name is Oryx Omeron Scurius. What is... by whom do we have your acquaintance?
I'm Dusty. Dusty. I'm Dusty.
Hello, Dusty. What are you doing out here away in the desert?
I'm guarding Master. Master said to guard this, so I'm guarding for Master.
Very good. You're doing an excellent job. Who is your master?
Oh, Master's Master. You should know Master, right? Master only Master and his Master people from here.
Yes, indeed.
Master's people?
Yes, indeed. Yes. I look at the others.
So go ahead and do a persuasion check. So, as you say this, yes, indeed, here, you see one of the 4 stalks narrow its eye here. The other stalk's normal, it's just one of them narrows it.
Okay. So we've heard of these masters in the area. You say that you've been here for quite a long time, have you?
Oh yes. Master told me to guard it, so I had to leave. Even with Master gone, I still guard till he says no.
Well, how long have you been guarding, said this, for your master? Doing such an excellent job.
Many days, many sandstorms. It's a very long time.
Do you recognize this camel?
It looks at the camel. It looks like every other camel. It looks like Master's camel. Is that Master's camel? That's probably Master's camel. I think those other camels are Master's camels too. Are those Master's camels?
Should we show him like the cactus totem finely crafted thing?
I'll leave that up to you guys.
I don't remember what else we got, but
bone dice.
Bone dice, yeah.
We say this because we wanted to try and return this camel should it be your master's. We found it wandering the desert, and it had some peculiar items which perhaps you may remember.
Oh yes, I always remember. Master's items are Master's. I know all Master's items, and Master wants more items too.
Perfect.
Are they Masters? Is that Master's camels?
I'm not sure, and I motion for Estella if she wants to show the cactus thing.
Oh yes, show me. I want it. It's probably Master's. Master's wants it.
Okay. Show him the cactus. I don't think it's his though. I don't think it's the same master.
All right. So you pull out the cactus and look at it, and as you do, you see a second ice stalk. It's slow. The eye closes in. It's kind of like, how do I describe it?
Like it's thinking, like it rolls back in its head.
No, it's more like it's staring, like it doesn't believe you. So you now have 2 eyes that look at it. It's like they're
okay. So 2 unbelieving.
Eye and its 2 other stalks are normal still. Well, yes, that's Masters. That's Masters. That's probably.
Can I
Masters.
insight check him?
That's Masters. He probably had that. Yes.
I want to insight check this fool.
Yep.
Oh,
right.
He's the friendliest dude I've ever met.
Yes, he seems very friendly and sincere to you, Preston. You can't make any head or tails.
Dang it!
I would like to insight check him.
All right.
Because I don't believe anything.
All right, so Becca, look at this guy. You definitely can see there is madness in this thing. Its brain is addled. It's kind of crazy at this point. So it's
in negative one.
Yes to everything. From what you can tell, you think it's kind of crazy. So you can't really tell if it's lying or not. If it's Master's thing, you just know it's crazy. It's probably thinking that everything is Master's thing.
Do you need a drink of water?
Oh no! I can make my own food and water. That's easy enough.
You can. Interesting.
Oh yes.
Interesting.
Yes. Food. Food.
What kind of food can you make? Can you show us?
Master told you to maybe come with us on our journey and take all of your things that you're guarding with us.
Persuasion check, please.
I'm going to pull out my holy water and have it ready to throw at this fool's face.
All right.
I would like to ready my weapons and possibly do a sneak attack depending on what happens with the persuasion check.
Okay, so Becca, you say that, and you guys are watching this, and a 3rd ice stalk narrows its eye at you. So there's now 1 eye stalk that's normal, and the main eye is normal.
With my
3 narrowed eyes.
With my previous history check, does this ring any bells, like his behaviors? Or do I need to take another? Okay.
These behaviors are very
uncharacteristic. Okay.
Kind of beholder here.
Okay, based on his response, I'm possibly going to throw this holy water in his face.
Okay. Sneaky, you said you were trying to get ready. Go ahead and do a a sleight of hand check for me. Okay, so now, so you slowly get your weapon ready. You're loosening it in its scabbard here without the creature noticing.
Okay.
Excuse me. All right. So, oh no. So Becca, you ask it. You tell the master. You try and convince it the master wanted to come in. And it'll tell you, oh no. Master said, stay here. Guard this place. This is Master's home. Yes, Master's home.
So
Okay.
is anyone else around?
Oh no, it's just me. Me and the random goats, the giant creatures, the random bird, the rocks. It's the rocks. The rocks.
You look very thirsty, and I throw the holy water at him.
Okay.
Have a drink.
Does holy water do anything to aberrants?
Just 2d6 radiant. I don't know if it's to everything or just to stuff. I don't know.
I don't know either. If it does it, I don't know if it affects.
I have no idea, and Oryx wouldn't know either. He's just gonna throw it at him.
Okay, so Mr. Oryx,
Yeah.
would you happen to know if this beast's intelligence is higher than 4?
So hold on here. So Preston, Becca, we're gonna have to forgo that here. So Preston, that's an FYI. If the target is a fiend or an undead, it takes damage.
Oh, so it wouldn't otherwise.
No.
Question. Would I know this from talking with my cleric friend? Because that'll dictate whether I actually retcon that or not.
You would know this if you had actually talked with your cleric friend.
Okay, never talked to him. I throw it at him anyway. I said, "You're very thirsty here." I throw it at him.
Alright, so you throw it and the water just splashes all over its face here, and the water skin plops down.
Oryx says, "My bad. I sincerely forgot you don't have arms."
And as you do this, you see the 4th eye stalk narrow its eye here. 4th and last one. So all 4 narrow, and then regular eye is big.
I'm gonna warn everybody by us and be like, "Guys, I think you might want to get ready."
So all of a sudden, as that last one does it, this creature, stops wiggling about, stops moving, and, Master said you're not friendly. You're not Master's friends. You're not Master. And then, so everybody go ahead and roll initiative here.
Let's do this. Nope, that's not the button. Push the right buttons.
Okay, 7. Okay. Let me get a sec here to write down. So a lot of this is going to be manual work for me here, because the creature is not in roll 20, and I forgot to get creatures ready in here. Okay. 15. Do this sneaky. Next is 11 for Austin. 10 for Becca. Chunky is 9. And we have the spectator. Okay, and then we have okay. Make sure I'm not missing anything in this guy here before I start. Okay, so Sneaky, it is your turn first here. So the creature, it gets mad and starts coming at you guys here. The way it is, so you guys are currently in a cave here. Let me switch over to our battle map here. So
Battle map. Do we have battle song too? Battle.
maybe. Where's my battle map? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Let me draw this out real quick here. It's a freehand. Freehand. Alright, so I said cave's about 20 feet wide. About 20 feet deep. cave's kind of like that here. With Mr. Beholder being right here. And you guys are, in front of it, stopped with the camels there. So that's just an FYI. Don't worry about moving tokens or anything like that. You don't want to. So sneaky, all five of you are in front of it, looking at this guy, and it's staring at you. What would you like to do?
I'm going to attack. Let me roll.
Okay. I'm just gonna run straight at it then, I'm guessing?
Do we see the, I'm used to seeing the roll order thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm not seeing it on my thing anymore.
You're not, I'm not using it because it's a pain in the butt to do.
Okay, got it. Okay, just making sure.
I have it. I'm tracking it on.
Okay, got it.
Alright, so you're gonna just run straight at attack with your rapier. 18 against
So I'm second.
Plus is a hit.
Okay.
Roll damage. Click the rapier name underneath it. Okay, 6 piercing damage. Okay. Alright.
What?
So you go ahead, you run up to it, you start going at it, you stab at it.
Yes, just give me a second.
Main body here with relative ease and, dealing a good damage. It makes a little more. Just doing math here. Okay. Alright, what else? So you usually have a second attack.
Yeah, isn't there like a second attack or something?
Yeah.
Could I use rapiers in each hand?
I thought you had a rapier and a dagger, I believe. I don't.
Yeah. I don't know why I have to do it. I'll go ahead and use the dagger.
Okay. At least that's what you've been using, so I don't know if you... Okay, so that's for sure a hit. Alright, so, you make 2 quick stabbing attacks at its main body here, and it makes a general groan of discomfort here. It's very unhappy with this. Preston, it's your turn.
Okay, I want to sing in front of me. If I think I'm just gonna try and cast Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay.
And this is last time I did it incorrect. It was all set up stupid, so I think I fixed it this time.
Okay.
So it's actually 240 feet, but 14. Does that hit its armor class?
So what happens here is you cast your Eldritch Blast at this creature here. And what happens is, when you do that, when you cast it out here, the blast goes towards the creature. One of the eye stalks intercepts this blast, and out of another eye stalk pointing directly back at you, Preston.
What?
It shoots your thing back at you. So
14 does hit my armor class.
Go ahead and roll again because you need to, or go roll your Eldritch Blast because it needs a roll again.
Oh, so it's a complete new roll. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Roll crappy. Son of a gun!
Okay, so go ahead and roll damage.
Yes, that does hit. Even more freaking damage! Shazam! Boom!
So it reflects your blast out another eyeball and it slams it right back into the center of your chest. You're just blasting backwards by 10 feet.
Son of a gun.
So go ahead, take 12 damage here of whatever damage that is. Okay, so
it's just force damage.
Just see him go flying backwards here at the result of this here, and good old Mr. Dusty here, the spectator, he starts giggling now. That's what you get. Master taught me well.
Can I use my reaction? Standing up?
I think you can.
Is this considered an attack? Because I took damage.
I would say yes.
Okay, I'm gonna react and be like, this is probably gonna go really poorly. So someone have a healing potion at the ready.
We can give them all to you because we know you need them.
He's gonna react, and at this point, I'm pretty ticked.
You've done once per turn.
Yeah,
so.
or once per round. Yeah. So I'm gonna react. I'm gonna use my Hellish Rebuke, and I'm gonna point at him. This is gonna be cast at. Oh shoot! Everything's at the same level, so we are at second levels. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I get everything right. I don't want to mix up my bard in this one. I'm gonna cast it at the second level since it is what it. No, it's cast at the first level. His reaction. Anyways, cast at it, and as far as I understand, they have to do a save, but unless he has something crazy, it's not considered an attack. It's just like an instantaneous effect. So I pointed at him and I said, "Listen here, you and me, we got beef, bro. We got beef." So he takes half damage, unless he does something crazy and then turns me on fire.
That hurts. All right, so you get blasted back here, and you as you hit the ground here, you lay out your hand here, and a jet of flame goes blasting to it and scorching the creature back here. It's screaming, "Ah! Dusty don't like, Master don't like Dusty being hurt like this." And it takes a good 15 points of damage.
Tell your master I said hello.
Okay. All right, so next is going to be Becca.
Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Animal Friendship.
All right, so you cast this spell, and unfortunately it does nothing because this creature is not an animal.
Well, it says I can choose a beast within range, so is it not a beast?
It's not a beast, this is an aberrant. An intelligent creature, intelligent aberration. So basically, an aberration is like a created being. Here, it's a created creature through experimentation or magic gone wild kind of thing. So it'd have no effect if that's what you're gonna do.
It's kind of like that Nothic you fought in a different campaign.
Gotcha. Well, I guess that would be silly to cast it then.
That's why I was trying the holy oil on it to see if it would burn. Because I don't know what thing it is. What'd you say? I heard bits and pieces of a sneaky.
It's good
But
practice.
he's not a humanoid either?
No. He is an aberration.
He's
That
a floating
is his
eyeball.
characterization.
Well, he sucks. Let's see.
Do we have a handout that has a face on him? Or can I just do a Google search?
Google search it. Just it looks exactly like a beholder. Just
It's a
four
little,
eye stalks
yeah, it's a little tiny ones, right?
Yeah, it's smaller than normal. Yeah, it's not huge like normal.
I gotcha.
Okay, sorry. That just threw a wrench in what I was gonna do. Alright,
So as an FYI, just for the rest of the session here, as we go forward here, just if you want to ask questions, like examine it, can I tell is it a humanoid kind of thing, or ask those questions, because in the future, if you cast a spell like that, I'm just going to count as a spell against you casting. So just be aware of that here. So
Roger.
freebie today kind of thing here, but
I'll feel you.
Got to use those minor actions. Anyways, sorry. What were we trying to do there?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find that out. Okay, I think I'm gonna cast poison spray.
Okay. So the aberrant's about 10 feet in front of you, so you should be fine. So Constitution. 2. All right, so you hit it. It does the 11 damage. All right. All right, so you jet your hand forward here and just whoosh, poison spray just goes spraying all over this creature, and you see it smoking left and right in all different pieces here. The creature is looking very ragged at this
You
point.
want to turn your camera down just a little?
Looking very
And now I'm
red,
getting your
screaming
forehead.
rage, wiggling all
Pulling
over
a Matt Mercer.
about here.
That better?
Yeah.
You won't be able to tell.
Right now it's your
So
call.
next is Joe. So
You
Joe,
could
see
put
the
it down a little
creature's
more if you
covered
wanted,
in
but it's
poison
pretty
now,
big.
you know, poison
It's
all
actually
over
pointing this way.
You know, people have gone flying around you here. What would you
That's
like
good.
to do?
That's fine.
The only thing I really
Thank you.
do is swing my axe and stuff.
Okay.
The only thing, you keep us alive. Let's be real. Because if I shoot another spell, I'm probably gonna die. But you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway.
Truce.
Oryx is all about brute force and stuff.
Hey, we can scrap that.
I'm gonna one sec here, John.
That's-
Why I didn't doesn't do it.
Okay.
That should do damage properly. Alright, so that's for sure a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Alright, and are you one-handed or two-handed right now?
Two-handed.
You might as well sell your shield. Alright, so. One second, I just want to check that for you to make sure.
I need my shield when I want to block people.
Magic. I need to do the +1 magic.
Or whatever it's called. Protection.
Little boy.
Oh, what happened to my text for protection?
Good boy.
There's stuff missing. Oh, I just click on it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Since nobody don't like you go out when you do these.
Is it not doing the right stuff?
Well, it's just it's not adding in the magic bonus to your secondary attack for whatever reason here. So I'm just making it so it'll manually do it here. I'm testing this. Ignore this. Alright, so it's in there now. Okay. Anyway, so 13 damage. So you go running up to it. How would you like to kill it?
Basically, like, I'd rip an orange apart. That's what I'm
Okay,
gonna
wow,
do.
you're gonna peel
Go
the
through
thing.
the. I'm not gonna do it with my hands. That's what my axe is doing.
Right, right.
Accent of the
Orange is
question.
coming in.
Alright, so you go running up, and the creature is hovering in front of you. So the top of its head, it's about a foot or two over your head, so it's decently tall compared to you just because of the floating. It's about floating a couple feet off the ground here. So you take your axe and you take it and you smash it down, you know, at a sideways kind of slash here from the bottom of its eyelid to the bottom of its bulk, its floating mass, and it peels it off the skin. And this thing, you know, blood is just gushing out the front there in a river now. And the thing's screaming, and as it's screaming, it's slowly drooping lower and lower to the ground here, until you hear a soft thump. And the eyelids, you know, they wriggle about for a bit, spraying random bits of magic off. Nothing that would affect you guys, and they go limp on the thing here.
Can I approach its body
Yeah.
and say under my breath, "For dry, red eyes, use acid splash!" and I throw it in its face.
Yes. Yes, you can. But it's dead at this point. We're gonna take a quick 10-minute break here. I gotta use the restroom, folks.
Okay.
So be right back.
No problemas.
Me too. I'll be right back.
Roger, Roger. Who's ready to carve this guy up like a turkey? Me. Hey, I'm not scary. It's my character.
Because he's a weirdie.
This is some serious jamming music.
Yep. Jess, down south of us. I told him we'll do something in January. Jess, do you remember Nemo? No. Probably have never met Nemo. Anyway, Jess, we used to play on League of Legends, and she had a stream, and her and her husband lived down south of us. So.
They live down south of.
Currently.
Did that.
Currently. So I told her we'll figure something out. in
This
January.
battle
As
looks like a
whenever.
smile.
I know,
I know,
right?
right?
Here.
Smile, nose, eyeballs.
The Christmas spirit.
Carnivorous.
Rura Killbot. Sitting behind. It's been good so far. I think it's been pretty good. Wouldn't you say, Becca? You like the area? Yes. So she agrees. It's been really nice. It's a big change from Kansas City to here. There's things about Kansas City we liked, but we definitely like it here a lot. So it's a vast improvement. A lot of good, more good changes than bad overall. It was really a positive change. But yeah, we like especially all the stuff nearby, the fizz, other such things. Being able to quickly be able to go, jump, hop, skip, and leap. I think there's pretty much anything that we could possibly want within 5-10 minutes of us. So there's a ramen place just down south that's really good. That was good, and the teppanyaki and all the deliciousness. The deliciousness. Yep, the schools are really close. The schools are a lot better than they were in Kansas City, so that's a big plus because Sophia started school this year, so that was super helpful. How about you guys? Are you guys adjusting to the new baby life? I know it's like way past, and I talked to Nemo a bit and said that you guys are doing great. Babies grow up so fast, don't they? It's crazy. Feels like just yesterday that we just had Sophia. Now it's 6, 7 years. Eesh. Oi, 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 vey. Oi, vey. Right, it is. It's so, and they're so fun. It's fun to see their personalities come about. I told Becca that my least favorite phase is when they're super young, because I feel useless, so I can't help her. Yeah, reading and being able to have them actually interact and like start telling you the story back. Sophia's at that point, and it's nice. I like it. I like the kids when they get to the point where I can actually interact with them, because otherwise it's like they're just barfing on me, and we don't talk each other's languages. But absolutely. Store doesn't have what you need. There's another location 5 minutes past that. Oh yes, absolutely. That's a huge, huge help. And Sophia, she's at that point where she just wants to read everything, and she actually just played Terraria for the first time. I completely agree. So not like Rexburg, right, Becca? She said it's so not like Rexburg. Yes, here. You have Twitch open? And join the conversation as well if you'd like.
You can't make me.
Or I can just reiterate. I don't know how well you guys can hear. I turned the gain down so that Becca's computer sound doesn't pick up in the mic. But hopefully you guys can hear her okay when she talks. Yeah, read to your kid? Absolutely. Hey Kristen, I didn't see you pop in here. Welcome. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, we're just taking a quick break. The DM and a couple others are going to the restroom, getting ready to go. We're talking about just the craziness of life and how quickly things change, and it's really, really cool. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff. How about you, Kristen? Anything that nearby you guys that you really like? This is one of the drink places that Becca and I like near us. It's called Fizz. So we are not endorsed by these guys, and we're not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. But if you guys want to give us free drinks, yeah, for promoting. All right. Anyway, yeah, it was good. They use the thing I really like is they use those little pellet ice. Makes it kind of like Sonic, but better in a lot of ways. Yeah, right now we're in the middle of a desert map. Hello. Sorry guys, I know sometimes I don't want you guys to feel like I'm not seeing you. I do see you guys over on Periscope and on YouTube's. I'll be chatting for most of the part because I don't want to talk over everyone else who's doing stuff. But it's there. Repeat, repeat. Repeat what? Repeat what? So delicious. I've never been there. I assume it's the same thing. The only reason I say fizz is because
You've never been?
I haven't been to So Delicious, no. You might have, but I haven't. Becca has. You like it more than fizz?
It's the same.
Becca says it's the same to her.
It's the same.
Yeah, for us, this is just down the road, and then we also have one in Farmington right by my work. So it's the only one I'm really familiar with. I'm sure So Delicious is good too. Yeah. Oh, this is so hard. Coming back, are you having the same thing issue, Becca, where you're trying to remember all your spells? And I feel like I'm going through here and I'm finding. Oh. Mine is just, I'm trying to figure out all the spells, because I know a bunch of stuff changed. So it's like, I don't know, it's backwards. It's weird.
Sorry, Mike.
Very weird, very weird, very weird. Yeah, as a reminder, guys, we do have this every Monday. You can see that in the rolling thing. We have D&D on Mondays with a different group called the Order of the Spear. Feel free to jump in. You think it's similar? Excellent. This one is a group to be named. So if you guys have name suggestions, what you guys think? I was thinking something like Sand in My Underpants. I don't know. We're trying to think of a group name. So right now it's KT Bonefish Homebrew. And then on every other Saturday, which happens to be tomorrow as well, we have another D&D group that I DM. So feel free to jump in if you guys are interested. And for those of you, I do get some requests for people if we're looking for people who do little guest appearances. I am open to that, so if you want to hit me up, it's usually like 1, maybe 2 encounters, but I usually try and limit it to 1, so that way I don't have to. We don't have this giant group, because the group itself is really big to begin with. But we love to have people come, and it helps the dynamic. You can put in some fun story hooks and all kinds of cool stuff. So they're more than welcome to hit me up. Yeah, that So Delicious is good. There's a place called, is it Haru Ramen? You guys ever been in the Salt Lake area? Haru Ramen's pretty good. If you like ramen, they give you a really giant bowl, which is, you know, like traditional ramen style. Super good. Super good stuff. Everybody in the chat, what have you guys been up to today? I know that some of you are getting off work and just joining us. Others just getting ready to get in your Friday groove. What you got planned for the weekend? Besides hanging out with me and having fun. We'll see you later, Christian.
Christian was on there.
Different Christian. This one's a Christian with a K. Hello, everyone on Periscopes. As a reminder, we are a non-denominational streaming show, I guess you could say. So welcome to everybody, regardless if you're on Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, Periscope, sometimes Facebook. Thank you guys for joining us. If I ever tell you that there's something in the description below, it's always going to be at fuzzy-squirrel.tv. That's going to take you straight to my Twitch channel, and that'll give you all the information you need down in the stuff below. While we're having a break as well, big thank you again. Thank you guys for participating this year in Extra Life 2017. We are leaving that donation box open until the end of December. We have so far raised $569. So you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for doing that. Thank you for our last anonymous donor. That was a couple days ago. Super surprised. That was a $15 donation. You're awesome. I don't know who you are, but thank you. I just kind of shotgun that out there so that way you get that thank you, hopefully. Whomever it was. Hello?
I just lost the DM.
Oh no, the DM!
Oh no.
DM down. DM down!
Quick! Everybody change their character sheets while he's not looking.
How did I get to be level 20 Warlock? I don't know. Oh, wait, he's here. Never mind. Corey, you heard nothing. Hello? Corey? I mean, KT Bonefish. Poppycock. simply unacceptable. There, I can't respond. Yes, that's the one. Okay, cool. Do. Luta news. What is red? Corey, are you okay? You're talking. We cannot hear you. Hey, what's up, Uniform Data? Welcome to the stream. Right now we're on break. We're waiting for our DM. We're in the middle of a fun sand adventure. We just got done killing a not beholder spectator, right? Spectator with the 4 eye stalks. Getting ready to loot that body. If we pull out like scimitars and stuff, I just imagine like where are we pulling it out from? Is like from his ear hole or something? Maybe in his nostril. Got a spear.
You have a really long delay on your stream.
It is. Part of it's because of bandwidth. I've got my computer, Becca's computer, among others. I know inherently it starts out with like 10-second delay, but I think it pushes it to like I don't know, 15 or 20 seconds.
I think you're at like 3 minutes right now.
Try refreshing it. It could also be your local one.
Yeah, that's possible. I'm on CenturyLink and they are not.
Mine. The reason I said as mine does that is it'll get behind the live. It'll start dropping frames and trying to wait for those frames to come in.
Yeah, right.
It'll do that for me on Geek and Sundry and some other ones.
Okay, now it's quite a bit quicker. I didn't notice that I was way behind until I started listening to the
And you're like, wait a minute.
It's like I said that like 10 minutes ago. What's going on?
Right? Yeah, I'm also trying to make sure everything else is working for our thingamahoosit. Yeah, if you're on the stream, thank you guys for supporting us. And if you want, let us know what you think of our new ad things. I've put a few new ones in there to try and promote the different events we have going different nights. Let me know if that works for you, if that helps. Try to make it as useful as possible. But it's your guys' feedback that makes it even more awesome. Joe-sama.
What?
That was also to you, to everybody. I think I need to update all of the calls. I could probably do that while we're waiting for Bonefish. Everybody's stats. You wanna do me a flavor to make this super fast? Joe-sama? Yes. Can you read me off what your stats are in just a quick second?
All of them?
I'm just gonna want your strength, the bottom and the modifier. That's it. So just tell me, starting with the base amount and then the modifier. I'm gonna read them off. You tell me if they're behind. I'm good.
What's what?
Starting with strength, dex, constitution, intelligence. Just those 6.
But the little circle or the one in the box?
The one in the box is your modifier, and the one at the bottom is your base. So I'm gonna read off
So
your
you want the
base,
base.
and then I'll read off the modifier for that one. Am I good?
Okay.
Strength, 17 plus 3.
Yep.
Dex, 13 plus 1.
Now that's up to 15 plus 2.
Deck, we'll fix that. 15 plus 2, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Constitution, 16 plus 3.
Yes.
12 plus 1. Intelligence.
Yes.
Wisdom, 10 and 0.
Yes.
Charisma, 8 minus 1.
Yes.
Maximum hit points, 30. I'm going to assume that's wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong. I'm at 42 now.
Okay.
Hey.
And you're level 4?
Yes, I am level 4.
Alright, next up, Becca.
Good dwarf.
Stella Silva String, same thing. You ready? Tell me when you're ready. Okay. I doubt she's gonna be saying it in Discord, so I'll be if she doesn't. Strength 8-1, 8 -1, 14-12, or 14-2, 10-0, 13-1, 14-2.
18.
18-4 for wisdom. 18 plus 4. 16 plus 3.
Yep.
And you're level 3 or level 4. What's your max HP? Alright, Becca's is now updated. Next up on the chopping block, Captain Gnomebeard. You there? Sneaky
No,
sneak.
I'm not here.
Okay. Nice to meet you, not here. I need you to read off Sneaky's Huntskin. What do you... I'm gonna do the same thing with yours. Is that cool? Tell me when you're ready with your stats.
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm gonna read your stats, strength to charisma. I'm gonna start with the base and then say the modifier. Just tell me if they're correct or not.
I'm a 41-year-old male, white, living.
Like long walks on the beach. So, starting with strength.
12.
Okay, so 12-1 is your, plus 1 is your modifier.
Yes.
10-0. Dex.
Dex.
10-0 Constitution. Oh, sorry, what was your?
Or Dex is 18 and then 4. Constitution is 10-0.
Okay.
Intelligence is 15-2.
Okay.
Wisdom is 8, -1.
Okay.
Charisma is 15-2.
Okay, max HP.
27.
Okay, and then this is a broad statement to anyone. Does anybody have a Twitter handle that you want to have attached to your thing? Otherwise, it's just going to Team Noms.
Team Nom works for me.
Okay.
Sorry
Or-
about that.
Nope, you're good.
My stomach decided it's time to destroy me again tonight. So.
You shall die. That's okay.
Pretty much. Yeah, just like the beholder. So.
Perfect.
Makes you feel any better. I had the last dab
Yeah.
in quite a large quantity today.
Dab, 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 dab,
You guys
dab.
know what that is?
Uh-uh.
It is.
Oh, it's from the Hot Wings show, isn't it?
Yeah. My boss ordered it,
Oh gosh.
and it's equivalent to pepper spray, if that tells you anything. With how much, whatever the Scoville
Oh my
units.
gosh.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I was teary-eyed for a while.
The worst part is
My
it's
mouth went numb. Yes.
later.
All right.
So we just finished updating everybody's stats, so
Okay.
except for Ephraim, but yeah.
Ephraim. So, all right. So Joe just finished peeling this guy's front lower half like an orange here with an axe. It plops to the ground, wet, bloody mess everywhere. Eyelids drooped and everything. You know, tongue hanging out. And it's just dead as a doorknob there. This green, green scaly creature that you guys can't really name of any sort is dead as a doorknob here. So
I'm a nice dwarf if you don't attack me.
It's true. It's true.
true.
Does his eye stalks, do I sense any magic from them
So
that would be
do an
useful
Arcana
for
check.
like, I want to see if I can like harvest them and sell them somewhere.
Okay. So you do sense magic from them, residual magic from them. From your past studies, you know that spectator, as this is called, spectators, are made from the eye stalks of true beholders.
Interesting.
So the way they're grown, created is that the 4 eye stalks are required from a true beholder, and then magic incantations, rituals, and everything. So you know at least these eye stalks are from a true beholder.
Okay.
They contain some magic in them, though you're not aware of how to use it or
Okay.
anything with it.
Can I try and harvest them delicately for later use?
Yeah. So it'll take you about 20-30 minutes to get them all off in a good working order.
4 of them.
What?
And there's 4 of them. Is that what I'm putting in my pouch?
Correct. Yes. While everybody's in their inventory, real quick, make sure you go ahead and take off 1 water pouch. Sneaky, we're doing a system because we're in a desert. It's separated into 3 parts of the day here. Each part, you guys need to drink water here, otherwise you start having delirious effects from dehydration.
I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking
Not to drink
about.
water, but
Yeah.
there'll be side effects. I need to know if you choose not to drink water, though, so that I can tell what's going to happen next. But everybody right now should be down to 13 water at this point. It's in your inventory, Sneaky.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna turn around and offer to anybody if anyone wants an ice stock. Anybody? Anyone?
I wouldn't know what to do with it.
swing at that thing.
All right. I'm just gonna. I want to wrap them delicately and put them.
Making a nunchuck.
Okay.
Like
Question.
ninja dwarf.
Answer?
I don't think that's gonna work the way I thought it would. Whoops! I didn't mean to click it. Never mind. Ignore that. No, chill. Never mind. Never mind. I was gonna see if I could like somehow preserve it or in some way, but no. It'll just. I'm just gonna put it in my pack because I don't have anything better. Put it with my goblin fingers. They're all smushed to bits.
Cut them. So nice and good. It's like threading, sort of, you know, like
right.
Just casting random spells.
I just don't want to like.
I think we were told that any random spells get cast, so we're all frozen now. It's all your fault.
Right? I just don't want to like go to the outhouse or something and then have it do like a scorching ray up my bunghole or something.
They're quite
Randomly.
dead.
Okay.
You
So,
don't have to worry about that.
I'll put them in there and then for later hopeful use. Question mark. Hopefully no one's watching like Sauron on the other side.
Yep, just put 4 beholder ice stops.
Okay, got it. I'd like to investigate with others if anyone else wants to investigate the body to see if there's anything else nearby.
Let's examine the body and see if it has any gold.
So are we in like
Or
a
other
cave
values.
sort of place? Is that
Yes,
where we
yes.
are?
So you're in a cave. So it's a what looks like to have been a home of somebody at some point here. There's no furniture or anything that you can see. Okay, so Sneaky, you're doing investigation. So you're investigating. The cave's not that big, or you can tell it was delicately carved. It's a very nice. So you and Joe, you both looking around the cave here. There's no. There's a few carved alcoves and everything where things may have been stored, a few shelves and stuff. So this was a home that this quote master lived in and probably had this this spectator guard. You're looking around here and you're not finding anything of use that
Somebody needs to detect magic, or we need to search for secret levers.
Okay. I think Oryx would be intrigued enough at the sound of riches, especially if it's riches of knowledge. And so I don't have detect magic, but I want to try and see if I can feel anything similar to what we had before, where we had some kind of sigil teleportation stuff, or if it's open sesame.
Arcana, right?
Yes, I am proficient in Arcana.
Okay, so go ahead and do an Arcana check. Alright. So, you start, the body of the spectator is, of course, letting off magic here. It's starting to fade now a bit, since it's been dead for a good little half hour now.
Okay.
As Chunky, Flint and Timmy are, feeling around the room, trying to find stuff while you are trying to feel out with magic here.
Okay.
And unfortunately, neither of you guys are finding anything. From what you guys can tell, this place has been long abandoned. You don't know how long this beholder's been here, but the furniture. There's no items here. There's no secret alcoves. It's just empty.
Okay.
You guys can't tell what's going on with it.
Flint, are you by chance, forgive me for saying so, but I know that you're a dwarf. Do you by chance...
Well,
I know that you have affinity for rocks and stones and such. Do you just use your expertise to just double check,
Sure.
see if anything looks amiss? This is sandstone, I'm assuming, as a cave.
yeah, something like that.
Mason tools.
All right, so Joe, you take your masonry advice. You can tell it was very nicely carved out. It's not good as dwarven work or anything like that.
Never is.
It never is. That's right. But it looks very good still. It looks very good. It looks like you can definitely tell it took a few years. Looks of your examination, everything. You can make out. There's areas where stuff is stored. There's cupboards and everything like that. Nothing fancy that you guys don't see here. But you're not, even with your knowledge, you're just not finding anything.
Okay.
There's literally nothing here.
Yep.
Sands of Time have done its duty on the area.
Seems
What time
that
of day is it now?
It is the evening time right now. So
Should we spend the night here?
I think we have
We should travel at
rummaged.
night and sleep during the day.
That could be a good idea. For those of us who can see in the dark, which I think is all of us, right?
I can see in the dark.
I can't.
You cannot.
Nope.
She's a halfling, right? Okay, yes, you're a halfling. So it would only be Lady Estella. The camel. I'm not really sure if they have any dark vision, but it seems like that would be a good idea to stay out of the sun. What do you think, Flint? Estella?
I can cast dark vision on myself though.
We can concern about our camels if do they normally travel at night?
Most desert people would travel at night and sleep during the day just because of the heat. That's typical.
it's up to you guys. You guys have been traveling all day, so you've traveled about.
Why do we want to travel at night?
Just to stay out of the heat. To try and reduce our
Should be less
fatigue.
water.
Is the hope.
Will it use less water?
I would say so. I would count that as a smart tactic thinking there.
Okay.
Okay, so if that's cool as everyone, do we want to set up camp and sleep for a bit, or rest, or do we want to forge onwards as soon as the sun goes down? I would prefer to, at least rest for a little while.
Maybe take a short rest so we can get hit points back and superiority dice.
Yeah, I think a short rest would be advisable.
All right, how long would you guys like to sit around for? Relax.
I'd probably say enough till it's like not like middle of the night, but dark enough and cool enough that it's more amenable to travel.
All right, so it was around 4 o'clock when you encountered a spectator. Half hour to harvest it, check the place. So you guys, you sit around. The flies, very quickly start buzzing around, making a lot of noise around the body of the spectator because food, as you know, is scarce in the desert, and even the bugs take advantage of it. You guys start to see small mice, small rodents, mice, and the like, picking at the body here. You guys wait about a couple hours here. It's about 7-8 o'clock around there when you guys decide you're good enough. It's cool enough now. You guys can feel comfortable out there. It's maybe about 90 degrees out there now, much better than the higher temperatures you guys faced earlier in the day. So you guys can definitely travel comfortably.
Okay. I think while we're doing this with the light risk, since as far as my guy's concerned, short rests don't really do anything for a warlock, other than just recovering hit dice. Can I recover some hit dice and then also maybe do some light, trying to during that hour or two try and do one of those spells, lower level ones, to try and transcribe it.
Oh yeah. So you have enough time to do two spells, an hour each.
Okay.
While you're doing that here, so go ahead, roll Arcana.
Okay.
So roll the first one.
Arcana. This is going to be for minor illusion.
Okay. So you're going through work on the spell book, and whoever wrote these notes for this spell, it looks like they spilled ink on the page. You are having a very
But
hard
it's
time
so
making
simple.
out what it is here, and so you don't accomplish anything within that first hour at all.
Okay. Can I try and with that same spell see if I can, similar to like artificers, where they kind of peel away slowly and try and restore it and maybe see what's underneath?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Try that with your next hour.
It's
Alright.
better than one.
Yes, it is. So you slowly start, kind of restoring the page using what tools and things you have on you to help you out here. Trying to, guesswork it. And you're starting to make progress. You're starting to make out individual symbols now on there, and you can, even though you haven't translated it yet, you can read about 80% of the page decently well.
Okay.
You don't know what it says, so you haven't learned a spell yet or anything,
Okay.
but you're able to read it now.
Progress. Okay. That's good enough for me. And then I just want to try and spend one of my hit dice to recover. And that'd be good.
Go ahead. All right. So while you're doing that, go ahead. I hit points. I don't think anyone else needed it. So you guys decide. You rested up, breather. The cave's starting to get a bit smelly now. Anyways, you're ready to go. You start going on your path. Start following the trail again some more here. Get some time going in the night here. You come upon the body, so as you're going through the rocky canyon here. You come upon the body of a hyena. It's laying in a dried up blood. The sand has absorbed the blood, everything. So a bunch of red sand around it, and it has two arrows sticking from its body. The arrows are made of some kind of weak wood that are fletched with yellow feathers on them. You're not sure where these feathers would have come from because you haven't seen any yellow birds at all here yet. And pack of buzzards is just eating away at this hyena here. You can tell it's been dead for about a day now. With how much is gone from it, how much has been eaten. So you guys go along your travels here.
So we just see a bunch, or just that one?
Just
that
one,
like
just one dead hyena there.
One dead hyena. Okay.
So you guys are going through the night here. Who's our navigation leader?
Who can see?
I'm gonna cast dark vision on myself.
I have pretty.
I can see 120 feet.
Probably you. You're probably going to be the quietest, stealthiest. So between you or Estella, I think are two stealthiest.
Estella, how long does your dark vision last?
It's 8 hours.
Oh, okay, yeah, you'll be good. All right. So who wants to be the navigation leader at this point?
I'll go ahead and do it.
I'm gonna take rear guard.
Advantage by riding on top of the camel, so that I can get greater vision of my 120 feet.
So you go. You're riding on the camel in the front here. The riding camel, good old girdle.
I see.
So you guys are still in the rocky canyons here for a good while of the first part of the night here. And you guys go and did it again. I planned, days worth of travel here, and you guys go and travel at night. So it's So let me check this here a sec. Okay.
Gonna be sneaky.
Yeah. So you guys are going through the rocky canyons here. Um,
And just being as we're going, I want to be kind of on edge, just watching on the rear guard, watching, making sure no one's following us.
Sure. Sneaky, I need you to do a survival check, please.
Oh boy.
Boy. Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. So long at night here, and you know, in these canyons, it's definitely harder to navigate at night. Find the path. You know, just the sand. You know, whatever sand is blown has, you know, some places covered the path. Rocks have come down. You guys had to find ways around to get back on the path here. And one such detour, you happen to make a wrong turn somewhere.
Ah!
And so you're going along here, and you guys realize after a couple hours travel, you don't know where the road is anymore at this point here. You guys have gone off track, and you've lost out on where the road is.
What do you mean we start with?
Alright, I'm gonna step in with some druid fun.
Okay, what would you like to do?
Okay, so let's do some kind of perception or survival. What would you like me to do to see if we can relocate the path?
All right, so go ahead and do a survival with disadvantage. Just because it's night.
Watch out, they spit.
Well, and I did cast
Yep.
Dark Vision.
Still not enough.
It's just
Let's see. What
making All right, so as you guys work together to try and find the path, you backtrace for a couple miles, and you neither of you guys are having luck finding it here.
Is this like a stone path, or what is it made out of?
The path is just hardened ground that's been well traveled. It's like almost like a game path, animal game path. It's just a well traveled path. Just because it's so long and winding, it's not any real road. It's
all right. Then in that case, I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind. And it's a line of strong wind for 60 feet long and 10 feet wide from me in any direction.
Okay. And what are you trying to do with this?
Just so we can like locate a path that is that hardened path that we can find it a little easier.
Okay. So you go ahead and cast this here. You know, make sure there's not anything. About here. Okay. I wonder how they expect people to keep up with items to use with spells.
Right. Component. A lot of people say component pouches.
Yeah.
And then once you have it, then you don't have to worry about them. And that's what kind of why. Did I do component pouch on the? Yes, I bought a component pouch for that specific reason. Unless it's the like something that's consumed, then it's like you have to keep refreshing it.
All right, so Becca, go ahead and do a normal survival check. So we'll let it negate the disadvantage. Let's see if this gust of wind can help you find better blowing here. Okay, so you guys, you've backtracked for a good chunk of time to where you estimate you think you got off course here, and you know the ground around you has been pretty covered by blown sand and everything, fallen rock, you know, just general environmental stuff here. And so where you think you are, where it is, you go ahead and do a gust of wind, just like whoosh, make like wing motion here, wing flapping motion. Air for all up the trail there, just or all up this canyon area, just blows stuff to the side here. You know, you guys choke a little dust cloud that emanates. Thanks to this enclosed area,
I think I swallowed some.
Okay, well, I obviously warned them beforehand. All right, give me some space.
So you did this, and as you know, you guys start examining the area that's blown away, and about 40 feet up from where you did it here, you see what looks like a trail, the trailhead again. It happens to be going crosswise to you here, and so you know, go ahead and do one more normal survival check. Let's see if you know which way you can tell is north or south of where you're trying to head. Okay, so you take a look at, and so the way you get to it, that you can't really tell. You're not used to the stars here at night, so you're not really sure which way is north, south, or whatever at the current moment. The canyon walls make it hard to get a good reading on the night sky.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh, Sneaky has navigator's tools.
All right. So Becca, so you start going the trail that leads to the south, which is the wrong way. You just don't know it. But Sneaky, all of a sudden, no, wait, stop. You start.
Oh snap!
You go north, and he has his compass here, north that way, and pointing the exact opposite way you were going here on the trail.
Whoopsies!
So you guys get back on track, but definitely with all this backtracking and everything, that took you probably about a good 4 to 5 hours. But between all the travel you've done so far and everything, so you guys made a little bit of progress, a few miles, but not as much you would have hoped. Let me check my stuff here. Skip that one. As you guys are going through this, Rock Canyon,
Then we go that way, to the lake!
To level out a little bit here. It's starting to become a bit better of a terrain.
And when you are drunk,
starting
you
to get
forget
more
that
sandy. The
I
rocks
am in
are starting to
charge.
fade away
Fine,
here.
then which way do we
The
go?
moon is shining bright in the sky. At this point, the moon's risen pretty dang well, even without night vision.
Goes comment on
you can
Twitch.
see well, so if you have night vision going or anything like that, you guys can see just as well as daytime. And as you guys are going here,
It was just really loud.
All of you, as you're walking here, you hear the camels. First thing you hear is the camels start giving grunts of small alarm here, like
Okay.
like they feel something's wrong here, and all of a sudden you guys, you don't exactly see it, but it gets dark all of a sudden over you as a great shadow of some creature flies over you and then flies off into the night. But you guys can't, just from the way the light and everything is, you guys can't see it up in the sky. It's black sky.
Okay.
But you see a great shadow pass over you, easily encompassing you all.
And this is at a distance, right? This is like that big at a distance, or is it something like I feel the wind off of its wings kind of thing?
It's at a distance.
Okay.
It's not close enough for you guys to feel the wind. It's not that big. It's not gigantic, but it is very big, where you guys can definitely felt the light change as it flew over you quickly.
Are we on our camels at this point?
I believe 2 of you were on a camel, Sneaky at the least. Everyone else is walking because there's no room on the walking.
Do we have camels that are just pack camels, or are they all riding camels?
They're all the other 3 camels, not the one you guys found, are all pack camels. There's no room for riding them.
Okay.
It's all supplies.
Did we see which direction it flew to?
So it was, from what you can tell, it was flying about northwest.
Northwest.
And you guys are heading, if you remember, about northeast, northeast, towards the oasis here. Let me check, make sure.
I'm gonna try and indicate to the others without making too much noise, in case they didn't see. But I'm sure we all saw. But Oryx is just annoying that way. Did you see that? What do you suppose it was?
The big, dark, scary thing that flew through the sky?
Indeed. What do you suppose it was? That was huge.
Well, if it's a dragon, I say we don't mess with it.
A dragon, and I'm at the sound of a dragon. You see my eyes sparkle a little. What a magnificent specimen. Could go great lengths for my research.
You can, yeah. I don't think we'd live it.
Indeed, indeed.
Let's follow it.
Is it going in the direction?
It's going the wrong way.
I'm gonna ask Sneaky. Is it going the direction? Because we're supposed to be going due northeast to get to this other place, which we have a somewhat time. If I remember correctly, we have a little bit of a time crunch on when we have to get this accomplished, or do we not have a time crunch? From the.
We only have so many supplies.
Exactly.
Yes.
Supplies is your time crunch.
Well, I think it might be wise to complete our mission, but surely it wouldn't hurt just to look.
That's why you have to have all the health potions.
I don't know what you're talking about, but yes.
Just keep going.
I will defer to our navigator, and then I go back to my rear guard. But this time I'm gonna. When we're walking through this, we're like through a canyon, right? I'm thinking like Indiana Jones, Red Rock Hills, type thing. I want to try and stick to the wall of the canyon as much as I can.
So it's starting to lower down. So you see in the middle of this picture here, right here. That's what it's starting to look like now as you guys get out of the canyons here. You guys were like going through stuff like that earlier.
Okay. So now it's a little more
starting to get
hilly
out,
than mountainy.
You're starting to see sand, lots of sand.
Okay.
So Sneaky, he's the navigator here. Do you want to follow the flying creature, or did you want to keep going along, following the trail?
I'm going to
This
keep
could end
following the
poorly.
trail. However, I want to keep an eye in the direction to see if, like,
Okay.
I don't know, the stars disappear as if something large was returning.
Right.
So,
Watching for that kind of thing.
so it's around.
Whoa!
Traveling quite a while through the night here, and all of a sudden stars do disappear, but for a whole different reason.
Oh no.
From where you guys have been to travel, there's no lights around you, and you guys are used to the wilderness and seeing the sky, but the desert sky is something magnificent all together here. The lights are sparkling at night. You guys can make out the various planetary bodies. If Forgotten Realms knows different planets.
That's a good
You
question.
guys can make out various star systems and stuff like that here. Constellations. You guys have names from learning from Ilaria. And all of a sudden, as you guys are just wandering through the night here, it's a very beautiful night. The temperature is around 60 degrees right now. All of a sudden,
Very nice.
you guys see a flash of light across the sky, and then another flash, and then all of a sudden it's just various flashes here, and you guys are in the midst of watching a meteor storm.
Oh
And
snap!
it's one of the most fantastic sights you guys have ever seen here. It's something that defies belief. People have seen them throughout the ages, but they don't know what they are, what's really how they work or anything like that. Astronomy isn't.
I want to have like super big, bulbous puppy dog anime sparkly eyes at this marvelous sight.
You all have those eyes from watching. It's just fantastic sight. So every one of you guys, I want everyone to have an inspiration for this, because it just opens up so much wonder with you guys. You guys chose a great time to travel. It was a good choice to travel at night for this and see this wondrous sight.
In the back of my mind, I wonder if a eclipse elemental is going to appear, or a meteor shower elemental.
Never know.
Are we still having the inspiration pie dye?
No.
No, she's not with us.
No.
We didn't really discuss this.
The
previously,
pie
but,
dye.
If you would have talked to her, she would have come with you if you guys wanted to. Otherwise, she stayed at the inn because we all forgot about her. So
That's okay. That's okay.
Sorry.
Her pies were that forgettable.
She's wandering around looking for us.
Guys, you there?
Oopsie.
Have you seen my little people?
They're all of them. They're really short, and then there's this really tall one that likes to cut things.
Ah, crap.
Oh, what
I
happened?
think I just deleted, like, stuff that was important.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
where?
Is there an undo?
Nope.
In,
Control Z.
Not in roll 20.
And that's when your character starts to fade away.
Are you talking about in your character sheet or something?
Yeah.
Was
You
it
might be able to
backstory or what?
Control Z it.
What?
You might be able to do Control Z on it.
I tried. It didn't work.
What is
What
it?
did you get rid of?
So my surge. What are those called?
Action surge?
Maneuvers.
Oh, the maneuvers.
Oh.
I see most of them there still.
Well, the box up here that had the number in it, because it had the pi die next to it. So I clicked edit and said delete, and it deleted both of them.
Oh.
I don't.
Oh, you're talking about the little things that are expendable, like you can say total and amounts.
Yeah. So it's like under the win number of dice.
Yeah, you can just hit a plus. Or if it's something that's in your item or equipment section, you can actually hit that little blue icon and hit user's resource, and it'll track numbers.
Oh. I was like, stuff's happening. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I know. I know.
You've been hacked.
Now here. I don't remember what.
Quick, give it your credit card information and social security number.
Oh, this song is long, but it's epic.
Yes, it is. It's a very good song. I must commend you. I tip my hat to you, sir.
Have you heard the Through the Fire and the Flames from these guys?
Yes, Dragon Force.
Yeah.
Becky used to play it on Guitar Hero all the time.
Yeah, Dave and well, you never met Cody, but Dave and Cody would like have competitions with us or that song, like Guitar Heroes or whatever it is. It was pretty impressive.
What is? Do you see the guy who he plays Guitar Hero so quickly and hard that his fingers start like explode and there's blood everywhere? And he's playing and he still gets 100% on it and he will not stop, like, come hell or high water, but somehow he makes it through it and his finger, he's just like, they hurt so much. Oh yeah, oh my gosh. It's hilarious.
Alright, so the night is ending. You know, twilight is starting to appear here. Joe, I made it so you could add it if you want to add another one.
I was trying and then it disappeared.
Oh. I don't know why.
And now we get to dwell in a tent.
And he dwelled in a tent.
Yeah, every time I click on it, it keeps disappearing on me.
Alright, we'll do it for later. Whatever. Alright, so nighttime is ending here. You guys have been traveling almost for a full day now. What would you guys like to do? Also, take one water away from your inventory. So you guys only use one water throughout the night.
Okay. I want to... We only used one water, okay. I want to, see if we want to find a place, because if the sun's starting to come up, we need to find a refuge from the sun if we're going to sleep during the day. Okay. Do you see anything? Those with, druidic powers, or...
You guys do have tents. Yep, that's part of the supplies on the camel.
I just don't want to be in the open.
So you guys, you know, there's rocks around you. There's not, you know, what you can see. If you want to try and find a place, go ahead and do a survival check. See, maybe you can find some kind of cave
I
or
want to
shelter.
find one, but I don't want to be the one that does it. I'll try. Nope. I told you. I didn't want to find a place.
Okay.
Dilla's the only one that's competent here.
Oryx and Timmy go off in one direction looking for stuff, and all you guys are finding is this, you know, flat rock and stuff. It seems to be getting sandier and less cover there. Becca, you're going in the other direction. You guys decided to meet back up here in a short while's time here. And Becca, you're not finding too much better, but you do find a shallow alcove in one of the rocks here where some of the taller folk would have to bend down to be comfortable in there, but you're basically, you can just duck your head and be in there, and you know that would be a decent shelter. It's about 5 feet deep, 5 feet back is about as far as it goes here. You know, about 10 feet wide here, this little alcove. You determine it's probably pretty secure, pretty decent. It's not going to collapse on you in the middle of the night, but it would suffice as some sort of shelter if you wanted.
I found the place. Let's go.
Yay! Absolutely. And my father.
Okay. So how long would you guys like to stay there?
I'd want to get a full rest.
Through the hot part of the day.
Yeah, I want to try and full rest through the day.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and restore your spells, hit points, whatever things.
Oh, it's gone for good. I can't get it to come back.
No. If it was just the traits, though, you can get those. You just have to pull them back in.
It's things that
Now, if it was like your inventory, that would suck.
that's just like a second one stuff. It lets us add the box, but keeps deleting the box.
I gotcha.
Sure.
All right, so I regain my. The hit dice is you regain half your hit dice. Is that right? Rounded up.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So you should be full.
Yes. So now I'm at 4. Hey, I like trains. Welcome. We just finished a long rest. I think I want to remove my in the heat. I'm gonna remove my studded leather armor.
Okay.
And question. On something like the mage armor, if I go to sleep, it basically says spell ends if the target dons armor or if I dismiss the spell as an action. Can I cast it on myself and go to sleep and have it still be in effect?
Yeah, I'd allow that.
Okay.
You're not wearing your armor. So.
I'm taking off my armor and I'm casting that as my armor.
It lasts for 8 hours, so the full time. Okay. So
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not back even. So.
How are you today? I like trains.
So you can do that. Anyone else want to do anything before you go to sleep here for 8 hours? So it's early morning right now. So you guys would wake up in. So it's about almost 6 a.m. there. So 8 hours. So just a couple hours after noon. You guys. So about 2 o'clock is when you guys would wake up.
Okay.
So unless you want to sleep longer than that.
Plus Dexter.
Okay, so you guys go ahead and you guys go. You guys relax on that. You guys instantly,
Watch, don't we?
hits the sand. It's up to you. You want to keep a watch? You won't be rest. Well, you guys can rotate the watch. That'd be
Yeah.
Let's rotate a watch.
I'd be good with rotating.
okay. So you guys, you start rotating watches throughout the day.
I'll take last watch.
Or throughout the morning here, someone's suffering in the heat for a while, and it starts, of course, warming up again like usual. But whoever's sleeping, as soon as your head hits the sand, you guys are sleeping hard. You guys traveled a lot in that time. You guys are tired. And whoever's up at the moment, eating some small hardtack or jerky, whatever they want out of the pack on the camels there. The camels are just, just as they're making little grunting noises as they're grazing around. You guys gave them a good amount of rope and room so they can graze without issue. You're not afraid of them running away 8 times soon here. So we're about the third watch through. Joe, you're on watch at the moment here. I decided this at the moment. You're on the third watch right now.
Okay.
So you're the third one here, and you're up alert. It's bright out right now. I need you to go ahead and do a perception check.
Perception.
Perception. Okay. So as you're sitting out there,
I see
once
nothing.
Again, just like you experienced in the middle of the night, all of a sudden, as you're sitting out there, you see a large shadow quickly pass over you. But it's gone so fast that by the time you look at up in the sky and squint your eyes against the light, that you can't tell what it was, and it flies off once again. This time towards the east. But otherwise, you don't notice anything.
I wanted to do the last watch, by the way.
Okay, that's fine. Well, so your rest of your watch passes. Everyone else watches pass, and it's about noon now, and Becca's the last one to get woken up for her watch.
Okay.
And as your watch goes, Becca, nothing nothing of note happens. You know, it's quiet. The sand's just blowing. You know, you hear the slight rustling of sand, the wind is going there. Um, nothing of note otherwise than that. Your shift passes out issue. So you guys, you
Be
know,
quiet before the storm.
you guys start waking up around 2, 3 in the afternoon here. It's hot. It definitely is hot, even with it being late during the day. It's hot.
I wanted to cast Speak with Animals and talk to the camels and see if they observed anything while we were sleeping.
Okay, so you do so, and the camels, they're talking to, and then they grunt. You know, as you're talking, you're making the grunts back here, and you're getting a gist of what they're saying. They're not the smartest beasts, but you knew this already here, and the grunts are saying, "Big animal, big flying animal, danger animal." You know, because they were a bit alarmed when the shadow flew over, but they quickly calmed when they realized they weren't in danger here. Um, you know, so they can't tell you much other than it's big flying animal because even they didn't see it because they were grazing. So and
Okay.
they tell you, you know, they've also seen because you know they're not, you know, dumb animals per se. They do keep their own sort of watch to keep aware of other predators or anything in the area. And you know they report to you they haven't seen much past, you know, mice, occasional scorpion or something. And you know, maybe at one point they heard the cackling of hyenas back in the canyons, but past that, nothing of alarming or anything.
How many times did they see the large flying beast?
Just the once.
Okay.
Time Flint saw it.
Cameras tipped up that intention.
All right, so you guys are up at this point here. Do you guys wanna? You're all awake. You guys can choose to stay there longer, or you guys can start traveling now if you want. It's up to
You
you.
say it's just past midday?
Yeah, it's around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Is it starting to cool off?
It's at the tipping point where
Okay.
it's past the hottest point. And it'll start cooling down, but right now it's warm out there. It's about 113 degrees.
Okay.
Not that you guys can tell.
We can do it.
Work on skills.
So after the, you know, long rest, I want you all to take one water away by the
Okay.
you drink, you know, to restore.
Glug, 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 glug.
So you guys should all be at 11 now. So just be aware of this.
Unless you opted not to, and we should have said so if that was the case.
That is correct. All right. So would you guys like to stay or go? No.
Did I stay or should I go? Joe, we've been friends for too long. And by too long, I mean just the right amount.
Yes.
I would like to wait until it's a little bit cooler. Mostly because I want to try and get that minor illusion cantrip in my book. But I will go wherever.
Until for phase.
It's up to you. You guys are just awake
Yeah.
right now, so you guys can go longer.
When was the last time,
Second
like,
breakfast.
did somebody say that they had seen something fly over during the daytime?
Flint would have seen it. I don't know if he told you guys about it though.
Flint, you know, was...
No one
find it
knows
any
about it
concern.
because she talked to the camels, though she didn't talk to Flint.
Okay.
I
So-
forgot about it already, so.
Okay, cool. So at this
Phil's
point,
the only one that really knows about it in the camp.
we'll just chill for now and, you know, keep watch for a flying creature to come eat us. Personally, I want to try to minimize my appearance in our camp. You know what I mean? Like, especially if there's something aerial flying around. I don't want to get scooped up and drug off to some...
But you don't
Yeah,
know
so
that
except for the
there's
camels, you guys have been under an alcove
Right.
in the rocks right now.
Okay, so we're good
That's
then.
where you guys slept. You know, one person was at the edge of the alcove keeping watch. The camels were grazing in the open area in front of you.
Okay. Well, yeah, if everyone else is cool with staying, I want to try and attempt at that thing again from Drizal's spellbook.
Okay, I'm going to let the group know. I talked to the camels again. And they saw the beast that maybe we saw last night. Something large and flying was going over. So I want to, if you guys are going to stay here, I'm going to go explore a little around and see if I can see anything from a higher vantage point.
Should you come into any trouble, do you have some way of contacting us, letting us know?
Not really.
Loud screaming.
Fair enough. You could always do that loud bang thing that you do to incinerate everyone. We could probably hear that from a long distance.
That's probably true.
Maybe I don't want to go with her anymore.
Thunderclap.
Just fair warning. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Master Sneaky, but there have been many occasions where we have entered a cave only to find charcoal remains of our enemies and nothing but Mrs. Stella standing in the center of it all.
I can always set a beast bond with one of the camels, and they can always let you know by some kind of message.
Beast bond?
Yeah.
What? So it spits at me? Oh! Fart once if she's in trouble. Fart twice.
Maybe stomping on the ground 5 times in a row or something.
Or perhaps doing a small jig. Although that might be too entertaining for me to think something's wrong.
Yeah, because it's a telepathic link.
How far does it range?
It's... Oh, maybe not, because it only lasts for 10 minutes. Divination, it's a touch, and so there's no range issues.
Is it a cantrip?
No, it's a spell.
Okay. I just do whatever you think would be most effective. You are the master of your...
I think that I'll be gone longer than 10 minutes, so it wouldn't really be a good idea.
Right.
Alright, so...
I'll still go with her, but I'll stay back. Is it 15 feet?
I can look, but yeah.
So Preston, you'll have about 3 hours here. You guys decided. So if you can have up to 3 hours to do stuff while everyone else is exploring, resting. You know, maybe Flint is napping or something. And those other two are going exploring. Rurik is awfully quiet there. He's like zombie-like, just staring at the wall.
I just want to try and get Minor Illusion and Ray of Frost are the two that I'm shooting for. Okay. Which Ray of Frost, I think, let me make sure, is a first level. It's a cantrip. Okay. I'm just trying to transcribe that into my my big baby unicorn leather book.
Yep. All right, so we'll come back to you here. Go ahead and roll your first Arcana, and we'll come back to you. So,
sounds good.
Stella, go ahead and roll your survival check. Make sure you can navigate around here well enough. Great. All right, so Stella and Sneaky, you guys, you go head off, scout the area here. You climb to the top of some taller, what do you call it, peaks in this area. It's not very tall, but it's landscape, and you get to see the trail, and you follow the trail here. All of a sudden, your eyes get very wide here, and you see the desert just spanning across you. And this looks like your typical desert here. Rolling hills of sand dunes, and the trail's weaving in between it to the point where you can't follow the trail after the first couple dunes. Just because these dunes are getting so large that it's in between them. So it's near impossible to follow it. And so it's very large. You don't see really anything out along there. Just dunes. And you see behind you the rocky canyons and everything. You can't really see too far of those just because they're taller than the general area you're at. But you do see where you came from, where stuff. That's to the southwest. So. And it's it's hot up there. It's hot on the mountain here. There's no creatures at this time of day. They're smart like you guys. They're waiting out for the evening time. You don't see anything on the horizon. Nothing flying. No green anywhere. So you guys are while you guys are out looking at exploring, talking with Sneaky, getting your path where you guys want to go down. You know, Oryx, you're studying your book here. You're able to finally successfully read that spell you were working on. You finally cleared up enough. You can make out the runes on the page, and you can successfully transcribe that spell, I would say.
Okay.
So that would take up your first hour there.
That will be the minor illusion. Ray of Frost will be the next one I'll work on.
Okay, so this next one you're working on here, you're working on it hard, and as you're success with the previous one, you recognize some of the runes, but not enough to fully transcribe it.
Okay.
So you understand about 60% of the spell here.
Okay.
You're close to completing it, but you can't get done within that hour here.
Okay. I'll spend the second hour.
Flint, as you're napping around here, because I'm going to assume you're napping here, because I don't know what you're doing.
Because I don't do anything. But
you can forge something. Forge it.
You're napping here, there's flies buzzing around you. You're swatting at them, and you're asleep there. And go back to sleep here.
Eating the flies for sustenance.
And there's no other there with you guys. Just some flies there. You turn to your other side and you go back to sleep snoring loudly. It's not helping Oryx at all in his studying, but he's able to finally finish up that spell here.
Okay. The Ray of Frost. Yay!
So he can get that one in his third hour here.
And the reason I'm doing this...
And Timmy, are you guys doing anything specific while you're out there exploring? So, looking around?
I think we've kind of discovered there's no point. We'll get too far away from the group.
Yeah, pretty much. There's nothing.
Okay.
Corey.
So, I'd like to pull out one of my bottles of booze and begin partaking of it.
Okay. You can do that.
Corey, I just want you, so you know my end-game intent with this Drizal spellbook is to try and sell it. I'm trying to get the stuff out of it so I can sell it.
Alright.
Or give it to somebody, use it as leverage, something. I don't know.
Okay. Sneaky, I need you to do a medicine check for me, please. With you drinking that booze in the middle of this hot sun.
He's gonna get baked!
Oh, gosh.
Baked!
Oh, man. You went about as low as possible, didn't you?
Ooh, buddy. Starts drinking and he catches fire.
Wait. Oh, that's a halfling ability, not a gnome ability.
Oh yes, he's halfling. You're halfling, right? You should be able to reroll a 1. You're a gnome.
All right, so you plot as you're going back. As you're heading back to the alcove. You decided it's a good time to pull out some of your liquor, and you start chugging it down.
Timmy is
Very unwise movement. You were instead of sipping at it to get a little buzz going, you just start chugging this thing for whatever reason. You're coughing a little because you're sputtering. You drinking too fast here, and you are just getting wasted fast here.
So it's safe to say that because I failed the medicine check, that I'm basically just drunk off my rocker, right?
Oh, you're plastered beyond belief at that point here. Between the sun and this, yeah. So for the next, I
don't know what you guys are talking about.
So, you're gonna have disadvantage on attacks.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Can I?
In addition, you're gonna have dehydration effects here. So you can get rid of this dehydration effects by drinking double water every time I ask you to, or by resting it out because you need to wear off the booze or something. Or you can just decide to tough it out, drink the normal amount of water, but these dehydration effects. So you already have disadvantage. So what's going to happen is you're going to start not thinking straight, and you're I'm gonna have every time you attack something, in addition to this disadvantage, before you attack, I'm gonna have you roll a 1d6 die, and if it's anything, so the number 1 on that 1d6 will indicate the enemy. The other 5 will indicate your teammates here, or the camels.
I'm more than likely going to try to pass out on the back of the camel as we're going, but
Okay.
all right.
Yep. That's just for just be aware of this. So it's a great choice you made today. All right.
Woo!
No sarcasm there, though.
Ooze that is now empty with sand.
You definitely can. So you make a little hiccup noise. You're happy. Estella's trying to usher you on again. You're just happily filling it with sand.
Are we at the top of a dune or a mountain or what are we on?
You guys can start looking back. So you're about halfway back now.
She's gonna kick him.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're at the top of a hill. I'm on a dragon.
You guys are almost, it's almost flat now. You guys are at the very edge of it by the time he's doing this, because there's not much sand up there.
Dang.
So he's filling his bottle where there's much.
What was that show where she kicks him and then he just rolls? Feel like
Jack and Jill.
No, I was gonna say that. Yeah, but it's like the sand version of the Princess Bride. As he hits the bottom.
So yeah, Stella, you had a fun time trying to get Timmy back to camp there, because he for what.
I'm gonna take my rope out again and wrap it around him and like drag it behind me.
There you go. Yeah, you wrap it around his waist and pull him along like an animal. And so he's following haphazardly.
Come on,
I'm
keep
lay down
going.
and take a nap while she's dragging me.
Oh yay!
Okay,
If we get attacked, let's just leave him sleeping.
And I'm like, hey, if you don't get up, I'm leaving you here.
All right, so Becca, go ahead and do a strength check. Let's see if you can pull him along.
A straight saver.
Just strength, normal strength.
This went downhill quickly. Literally, get it? Downhill? That's pretty funny. I thought it was pretty funny.
Not a good one to do.
Okay. So he pulls. You're going along, and all of a sudden he just collapses on the ground like
Leaving you here.
He's not wasted, and so you try to pull him along, but you get into some sand here, and his head just like starts clogging up. Like it's a big old trough you're seeing behind him, and it's just you're making very little progress here. So he's just like he's like face down in the sand. You're just pulling him along here. You're like digging a ditch here, and his head's just like doing it for him. So he caught enough sand where you slowed down great. You're hardly moving.
How close are we to our other companions?
You can see him off in the distance, a fair distance.
Oh, like are we talking like 50 feet away?
About half a mile away.
Oh, okay. Well then I have enough rope to just I'll flip him over so he doesn't suffocate in the sand.
Okay.
And just take my rope and drag it along until I get to the camp. So we know where he is. We can find him again.
Okay.
It's more than 50.
Yeah, it's a bit more than 50, but it's enough where you can tell, Dre. It's not.
Okay. Sounds good.
So you go back to camp.
I'm going to sleep in the sand.
So you explain to your companions the dilemma here with this ridiculous person, and how he decided to just get himself wasted.
Maybe I need to
Hey, exciting man.
see if there's anything
Thanks
I
for the
want to
follow.
take with me while he's passed out.
Well, at this point, you've left his body behind at the moment. So.
Maybe I go back.
Yeah, you guys can go back. Would you like all of you guys to go back, or just yourself go back? Or... You went to the camp. You told them what happened here at this point.
Yeah, how much time do we have till night?
So it's around about 6 o'clock now. So it's definitely
Yeah.
about 100 degrees at this point. So it's definitely cooler. You would estimate you guys are about to head off anytime now.
Alright, well,
Well, I'll go.
I
I put all my stuff together. I'll go check on you guys. Meet you in a half hour. We'll head out. I'm gonna go up there. In half hour or an hour. When are we gonna leave?
Go get him.
You're the leader.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Okay.
After
You
you.
guys get stuff together and we'll leave in a half hour.
Aye, aye.
Pick you up. Then come
Okay.
to you with the camels and everything.
I've been trying to
So
tell you
they'll,
about
They'll
they'll
come
come
and
and
bring the
bring
camels
camels over.
I'm
I'm gonna walk over and see if I can
Then we
wake
go
this guy
that
up.
way to the lake.
Yeah.
Snoring away, you just slap him awake here.
You are drunk.
You wake
And
him up
when
a
you
bit,
are
but
drunk,
he's-
you
Whoa, whoa,
forget
I wasn't really
I
gonna wake him
am
up.
in charge.
That's
That's what I told the crew.
No,
No, I'm gonna go see what he had on him still and see if he's hiding or if I can find out more about him because we don't know much about him.
It's true.
Okay. Go ahead and do a.
See if he has his multi-pass.
Like,
Like I didn't even know he drank.
No,
Oh my!
we don't know anything
about him.
So,
It's true. That's a good point. Go
See
ahead
if he
and
has a multi-pass. I've seen this in a movie.
If he has a what?
Multi-pass. Sorry.
I've seen movie.
Investigation.
Seventh, whatever the fifth
So
element.
You're searching his body. You know, you're finding the usual stuff: money, junk, occasional bauble or gem you think actually belongs to
I have
guys.
one gold piece.
Yeah, one gold piece.
Well, I'm not taking it. Don't worry.
You know, and you're searching his pockets or anything. You don't find anything
Wait.
of identifying
Don't let
value.
my key out. I have a flying key. Don't let it out.
Yeah, you find he has the flying key in a secret, so you don't find that. But you know, you feel around his backpack. You hear clinking bottles in there. You see two more, you know, good-sized liquor bottles back there in his pack. You don't find anything else of note that can do any insight into. who
She's
this-
alone, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we don't see this.
Yep. Getting ready. So
Got it.
You guys will be meeting her in about 10 minutes at this
Yep.
point. So you don't find anything note to help identify him, to give you any insight about his character or anything.
Okay, I'm gonna try and wake him up now.
In the meantime, I want to try and engage in a game of dice with Joe.
Okay.
Flint.
You mean Flint?
Flint.
Joe.
Becca, how would you like to wake him up here?
I'm gonna take some of the water that we have. I'll use my water.
Don't waste the water.
It's okay.
Hey, if we need
For
more
water,
water, I've got a plan. No worries.
Okay, so Becca, take away one of your waters.
Okay.
Um,
I'm
I'm pouring it into his mouth a little and like splashing it on his. I don't know.
he
Thanks.
starts waking up. He is
We're taking on water! Get the bell! Abundance! Wait a moment.
Oh,
So Becca, do one insight check for me here, based on what he just said. I want you to do an insight check.
This is a horrible. Oh, insight. I can do insight.
This is an inside job.
Okay. So Becca, you know, you're waking up here. He's starting to startle awake here due to the water here, and you're starting to realize he maybe had something to do with being on the water here. That maybe explains his drinking here. You start to figure he maybe was a sailor at some point from his speech and everything. So you do get that.
And he's definitely still pretty drunk, right?
Oh yeah. Oh.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have a conversation then.
A camel just stole all your stuff. We gotta go get him.
Yeah.
So, for what?
Hello there, Lassie.
Real quick.
Hi.
Oryx and Flint, you guys quickly finished packing the camp. There wasn't much to do here. Camel's ready, and while you're waiting a few minutes long, you guys were playing dice here. You bet whatever you bet. Just between two, have some fun here for a few moments. Some guide time kind of thing.
Flint won.
So you guys finished up with that.
Flint, add 5 copper pieces to your thing.
What?
Add 5 copper pieces. I decided you won. I rolled a 2. And since you're proficient with dice, I'm assuming you won.
So I don't need to roll. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, since I rolled a d6 and you rolled a d20, you still win, yeah.
I just clicked on dice then.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
And there is why he lost.
Yeah.
I was using the wrong kind of dice. This is stacked, man.
So you guys played with your dice here. You packed up, started heading towards them here. You guys are about now 100 yards away from Estella and as you can see her leaning over Timmy, and Rorik is in tow. He's at the tail end of the camels here, where he belongs.
Question?
Yes,
Is he wearing plate mail?
he's wearing chain.
Do I smell a faint sizzling of flesh?
No.
Oh, I was just hoping he died.
Not this time, because you guys are in the sun now. You guys shape.
Okay.
Something not right about that guy.
I just wanted to see if one day he wakes up and we have to eat him.
Gross.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys are getting close to Becca. Then, son, you hear a loud flapping sound. And
What's it gonna be?
And this thing is coming down between the two groups here. And you guys are 100 yards away from each other, give or take. And this giant bird comes down. Like, this is a massive bird on a scale you guys have never seen before.
Beast,
Right.
right?
Eagles are coming.
It has about a 50-foot wingspan here, from what you guys can tell. Like, this thing is
Rook.
Rock?
Rook. Yeah.
So, and this thing's all of a sudden the camels just start panicking out, and this is just coming down, hovering, and it lets out a loud shriek. Ah! And so that's where we're gonna end it for the night. And we'll come back next week to that.
Gonna ray of frost him in the
Giant
face.
rock, a drunk gnome, and
So maybe we should offer it the heal bot.
That's what I was thinking, is have him run because he's all shiny.
Did I get to maybe have a little conversation with him before the animal came?
You got a few sentences and stuff with him, so you were starting to get it just as the bird came.
Yeah, has been
Okay.
sentenced.
Because I wanted to ask him about stuff like ask him his knowledge of ships and boats and what have you.
The ship's going in the water, sometimes in the bowl.
It's all
That was
right.
pretty good right there. I like that.
I keep my ships in the bottom of the bottle.
Sec here. Make notes here. So yeah, so that's where we're gonna end it for
Perfect.
today. We'll come back to that.
Slow clap. I can't clap while I'm pushing the button. Take a bow. Everybody, thank you. Thank you for in your preparations.
I'm very upset you didn't even let me get my beholder to attack here. I was super
I know.
excited.
I know. Initiative
on
our side.
It was like, I'm just glad at least I got by casting a spell against.
I know, right?
So I had to do something,
Right.
and that spell just totally decimated.
Totally botched it and about killed myself. I was like, ooh, I rolled high. That's nice. And then just turns right back on my face.
I
I
was
was-
pretend my drunkenness caused so much more chaos. I was hoping just to dirt.
Oh,
Oh.
you're creating all sorts of fun for everybody.
Thank you, Stott.
I'll get on your penalties in my notes. So.
I was hoping I could use my absorb elements, my own reaction I have.
That would be cool. What does that do?
Well, with the beholder, it just I can capture incoming energy and lessen the effects. Store it for my next attack.
Your
Yeah,
melee attack.
you might have had a chance there.
Oh, snap. It like does a
Yeah.
scorching ray, 10th level, tries to melt you. You just. Here it comes. That'd be awesome.
Apparently, your beholder needed more hit points.
Right?
I think the rock here has more hit points.
Yes. I hope so, because he's going to get a butt kicking.
Please don't feed me to the rock.
Ba-doop-tsh. Flint, how far can you toss a gnome?
I don't know.
Quick,
I've tried.
Roll a strength check.
Hold on.
We'll create a camel-powered catapult. Perhaps a trebuchet.
Not very far.
Fail.
Let's try it.
Throw harder.
Yeah, it's a countdown.
See if you get 8. Oh. Well, that just ruined it. This will be good. I'm gonna have to update my other one on our D&D Beyond. I'm trying to get the two of them together because what I found, Corey, is that there's not really a good way for me to unless you know of a way in Roll20 to be able to change the armor class based on like mage armor. I just did it like manually. I set it from 10 to 13. But I'm trying to figure out a way to manage that better. I'm not really sure.
I don't know. For
So
you on
I'll
that
mess
one.
with it.
That's one you just have to actively keep aware of, though. By now, at FY, it's worn off. It's been 8 hours. So.
Right. Pulling it in. EJF, Astot.
What's your guys' schedule look like here for next couple weeks? Are you guys good? Available or something? Because I'm looking at least next week, the 15th,
Let's
to do
see.
another session. But after that, it's the 22nd.
Yeah.
So that it gets closer to holidays.
22nd, not so much. When's your parents in town, Becca?
If you guys can figure that, I
On which day?
used the restroom real quick. My stomach just decided to hit
Oh,
me
you're good.
again. But go ahead and figure out your schedules. What your holiday dates are here, so I can make sure we don't schedule. Because I'm gonna guess the 22nd to 29th are gonna be no's.
Probably
for
crappy,
people,
yeah.
So.
No, let's all play on the 22nd and the 29th.
Yeah, we actually don't know.
I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
I
so
think we're pretty open as long as I just don't know if your family was here, but if not, then we're pretty open.
We're from to the
14th to the 17th, so probably the 15th probably wouldn't, but 27th and 29th is fine for us. We're lame and don't do anything for New Year's.
first.
Well, some people throw parties before that. Because 31st of that, unless people do you use day off? I don't even know. Is that a bank holiday?
Is which day a bank holiday?
The January 1st. Day after.
January 1st is a holiday.
Is it a holiday?
Yeah. Paid holiday.
No. Bet you. Let's see. So if that works, 25th. I bet you anything that most of the guys for our Monday D&D group are probably going to want to try and do a super long event on the 1st. Just because that's a Monday. That's a Monday. We'll be off. Yeah, I think we're good. The 15th is a maybe. We could probably make it work. It's just her parents are going to be in town, and honestly, I think they'll probably want to see the kids more than they'll want to see us. Just putting the truth out there. Because that's a grandparent's prerogative, right? You want to see the grandkids?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah. Huh. See if we can get each other stuff. So I pulled down some new Flavor Flavs that I'll hopefully be getting up soon for the different stuff. Oh! Before anyone disappears, I wanted to see what you guys thought. Do you have any ideas for names? Like a team name. And I'll put that up to anyone in the chat. Open for submissions.
Zombie cleric killers.
Zombie cleric killers.
What?
Haven't killed them yet. Actually, kind of forgot.
We killed the zombies. We can kill the cleric next. Then we'll be zombie cleric killers.
I'm just, ever since we saw the zombies, he's kind of turned into one. So
He could have turned into a zombie. I think he was infected. But
he doesn't talk to us.
what's up, babe?
He's still there. He's just going through the motions. I think he's a zombie.
So zombie cleric club.
Is that even possible to be a zombie cleric?
It is.
'Cause don't
Actually.
zombies hate holy?
They
It
do.
could be like the overkill.
They're in the Unearthed Arcana and Xanthar's Guide to Everything. There's actually the inverse of what a cleric would normally be. It's like a cleric of death. Really cool.
Okay.
Same thing for paladins. There's like an inverse of a paladin.
Yeah, they're like super revengeful and just kill everything.
Which you guys should have access to in D&D Beyond. So if you ever want to look in there, you are welcome.
It's too bad you didn't roll a higher search. You could have found the bag of holding in the one.
I know.
I know. Maybe the guts or like the stomach of a beholder is a bag of holding. We should just pull it right out.
We should have found it. Like,
Then we can have two. Because at this point, I'm not aware that you have it yet.
nobody's aware.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Nobody's a knows. Wait a second. Haven't I seen this before? How did you come across this? Oh, well, I went and bought it with my fingers.
Oh, it's just one of my pieces of equipment I've been having in my burglar's pack. I have no idea what you're talking about, Stevie. That would never steal a thing.
Never.
I'm an honest cobbler. I made babies. What goats?
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Yeah, or I was messing with one because we've got Order of the Broken Spear. Right now I've got this one named as our I've got a little loot box. What? So if you're on the stream, I just realized this, I had no idea. If you go down to and hover over the thing and click on the little puzzle piece, there's a button that you can click on and go to access, make sure that it gives you access. And on Twitch, it'll actually like occasionally little loot boxes will pop up. Kind of fun. I got 15 gold points for that. Actually, they're called brownie points right now, unless you guys have something else you want it to be called. Anyways, but yeah, I think that's everything for this particular stream. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the feed. But thank you guys for joining. Thank you all. Take a bow, everyone.
I just barely started writing.
Bow, 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 bow.
Is it like an audible bow? I bow.
Yes. He bows. Roll for acrobatics. He falls on his face. Just kidding. Fun fact: if you're on as well on our Twitch page, there is a Roll20 command! Exclamation point D20. I rolled a 4, therefore I suck. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, thank you guys. We got a lot of different people from Periscope, especially. We've seen a lot of you guys popping in. So glad you were able to stop by. People YouTube's. We had a couple new subscribers tonight. Thank you, Anxiety Man TV, for the follow tonight. We got people over in YouTube land, Mixer, all the above. Thank you guys so much for coming to make this fun. Hope you guys liked the content and information. As a quick reminder, we do have another game going on tomorrow evening. That will be at a different time than normal. It's going to be at 8 o'clock instead of our normal 6 o'clock time slot. So if you want to join in that is Mountain Standard Time. Glad to have you guys along. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. We're going to cut the stream, and we'll catch you on next time. Thanks for being awesome.